Welcome to the Coaches Show here with head coach Eugene Rogers of the Corsicana Tigers. I'm Rusty Hitt, and Coach, last week was you came out, you played a really great first half. You had a good lead as you go into half against Greenville, and I know it was a little frustrating. You got a great opening drive from Damon Brown with an interception, another interception for him, and then you got the early touchdown and a great pass from Jabraylin to C.J. Davis to take that early lead. And so I know it was a little rough on you to get to the end and not finish it on top.
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating as the head coach, and I'm frustrated for my staff members and the players and the seniors in the Corsicana community. It's like this, in our bullets plan to win, is start fast and finish strong. And we started fast, and we just didn't get that finish strong. So that's frustrating to me and as a program. But it is a process, and we are continuing to work on the things that we need to. And so now we're going to work on the finish part. we got the start down. Now we're continuing to work on and hit home the finish what you start.
Well, I thought you're up 7. Your defense came out. Big play by Jerry Escamilla. Got the strip sack, stole it from the quarterback, and went on and got the score. Give you a 14-0 lead, and which stood up until the last play of the half, and they kicked I believe it was 43-yard field goal there to get to 14-3. But things are still rolling pretty good for you at that point. So I know going in at halftime, you had to feel really good.
We did. We felt great, and we planned to go out and finish strong like we had planned all week. And it's just unfortunate that we didn't do that. That field goal at the half, kind of bit us a little bit, and it came back to haunt us. But our defensive goal is 0 or 3, right. And we held them out. We did make them kick it, and I was proud of them for that. But we must finish the ball games and put together 4 quarters, and that's what we're trying to do.
Well, in the second half, your defense, you didn't do anything offensively, but you came out, you got a fumble recovery, and you put together a pretty good drive. You got down into the red zone, you got down there, and there was a couple of 10-yard penalties that you tried to overcome, couldn't do that, and so you ended up turning it over on downs, which led to probably the turning point in the game. It was a 4th and 1. I believe they're at their own 23. And like you see sometimes on the short yardage situations, if they break that line, there was nobody there, and they score from 77. So it really was kind of the changing point of the momentum part of the game, at least through that middle part of the game.
Yeah, that was a ball game for him and us. And unfortunately, my guys went in there with the head down and didn't secure the tackle and wrap up like they're taught to do, and thought that they were going to knock him out with just one hit. And, 5A football players don't go down with one hit. We have to wrap up like we do in practice and continue to do that. Until we start doing those things, we're not going to reap the benefits. It's on us.
Yep. But the good thing is, again, another interception by Damon Brown, a great return, got it to the 15, and put you in position there to go win the ball game. There were, I believe, it's 3.5 minutes or whatever at that time, and of course the bad things started happening as soon as the play was over. You got a 15-yard unsportsmanlike to put it back to the 30, but you overcame that. You got that first down and moved down. And got it back to where it was going to be. I believe we were at the 13, going to be a 30-yard field goal, and just off the edge, I believe it was where the pressure came, and they got a piece of it.
Yeah, it's like I talked to the kids this week. We got a personal foul after the play. We were on a 13, and would have had a chance to go in and win the ball game or make an extra point for a field goal. But we had an individual, not to name names, that celebrated in front of a kid, and they called it on us. And I told him, Why would we want to humiliate someone else once they're down? And I told him the karma gets us.
Yeah.
It's going to get us. So it is a process, and we're trying to coach them out of those silly mistakes and things like that. And it hurt us. It hurt us big time. Put it, like you said, it put us on a 30, and now we got to try to get in field goal range or score from the 30. Something great happens, and then we take 10 steps back. So we have to get over those things.
Well, and really seemed to get hurt in that second half with penalties. And I can't tell while I'm doing play-by-play what's going on necessarily, but you had several downfield holding calls that negated big plays. It seemed like when you're struggling, then you get a nice 8-9 yard run, you feel pretty good, and then all of a sudden you look down and there's a flag, and so that's a little frustrating, I know, for you to have to deal with that when the old 1 step forward, 3 steps back kind of a situation.
Yeah, it's about executing. On the edge, we go down there and we do block, but you can't hold a guy. You got to let him go. Let our running backs make the decision. All you have to do is basically shield them, but we keep hold and we turn them, and the officials throw the flag on us, or we tackle them when we shouldn't. On offense, we just have to clean up those mistakes in practice, and we're on them about it with our blocking and downfield blocking and things like that. And I tell them all the time, they're going to call it on us. So, but don't do it.
That's right. Don't put yourself in that position.
Don't put yourself in that position.
Yep.
So we're trying to fight through those little things as well.
Well, I'm just looking back through the district games in the schedule, and I know, this is a game we led for a lot of it and had a chance to win at the end. Going back to Petite, you led 13-9 until almost the entire third quarter was over. Crandall, you spotted them 24, got it back to 24-20, and then you kind of just weren't able to finish, as you talked about. And then Terrell was 14-6 at halftime. You missed a couple of field goals. You're talking about a game that's neck and neck, and then they end up pulling away at the end on when we're kind of getting desperate, and the score looks a lot worse. And so, we talked about it's a 4-quarter game. Unfortunately, right. We've been playing about 2 or 2.5 quarters in a lot of these games to put yourself in a position. It's just that whether it's a depth issue or just experience to get over that hump and to finish the game the way you want to.
Well. It is a depth issue. In the Crandall game, we got to that point where it was 20-24, and then we came back second half. And, we took the shots and we made it 20-24, and we were driving, and then the injuries start piling up on us, and we're having to move guys from defensive end to linebacker. And then one of your starters go down, and then you have a backup linebacker in there. And then, unfortunately, it starts to get out of hand when you're having backups in there. And it just is what it is, and you don't want anyone to get injured. It's just like last week. We're down to 3 ends, and then one of our ends go out, so we had to put a guy that hadn't played in out there. So it is what it is. Not going to make excuses. We practice just like every school practice. We just got to focus and practice and listen and believe what we're telling them. Just like you alluded to, in all of those games, we've been in all of those games at some point, and we can play with the top teams. We just got to get past ourselves in those moments and understand and listen and do our best, when that time comes.
Well, I think, too, what we've seen is some of these teams are better than we maybe thought they might be coming into the district. Terrell has proven to be a pretty good team. Mm-hmm. I think they beat Ennis last week. They've they've come along. Poteet, fought a little bit better. I mean, last week, Kaufman, who were going to be playing.
They should have won that game.
28-27.
28-27. They had a chance to win it.
Yeah. Crandall's lost one game this year now. They lost big to Heritage last week. But, again, it just kind of goes to show you that these teams are a little better maybe than we thought, and we've been right there. You've been right there. And, again, that's when you see year 2, year 3 in a program, you come through those games maybe,
right,
as opposed to where you're just, again, year 1, rebuilding. Obviously, we haven't won a district game in the last 2 years. So it's going to take a little while to get over that hump, and whether it's the confidence in the kids or the kids to go through your program for a full year, so they're ready to take on those situations.
Yeah, it is a process. I hate it for the seniors that we're going through this, but I do appreciate them for laying the foundation for this program that we're gonna fight. Every chance we get, every game that we play, we're going to go out there and we're going to fight tooth and nail. We're going to give our 100 individually and collectively for the team success. And that's just what we're going to do with Corsicana football.
Well, and it is, step one. This is the baby steps. We're getting started here to build that up. And we've seen some fight in these guys. And again, just as we move along, but Kaufman's not going to be an easy game for you here as they're coming to town, and they've proven to be they're 3-1 in district play. They did win last week against Poteet in a tight ball game. They've beaten Ennis pretty badly, and they've beaten Terrell. That's an area there's so much growth. It's like at Crandall, that coming out of Forney, out in and Terrell's. They're all kind of getting all that eastern growth coming out of the Metroplex, and so you've seen those teams kind of explode in population and size, and they're getting pretty good athletes over there.
Yeah, I heard one report that Kaufman was the fastest growth area in the state of Texas, so they are getting athletes. Move-ins in which, you have athletes and you play football, you're going to be a pretty good team. And they are a pretty good team. We're going to respect them. But we're actually going to go out there and we're going to fight them tooth and nail and try to hold them to 0-3 on offense. And we're going to try to start fast on offense and finish.
Well, they're averaging 35 points a game. They have a QB, a quarterback that's got 1,700 yards passing, got a running back with 600 yards rushing, and a wide receiver with over 800 yards receiving. So they've got a big three. And so as a coach, is that a little easier to prepare for than a team that spreads it out? This has 3 or 4 guys with about 300 or 400 each, as opposed to having maybe a go-to player?
Well, we know that we have to contain the running back and bottle him up, keep him in the net, and we know where the receiver is. So we know that, and our kids know that. So we have to be on alert, and we can design some coverages and things to have somebody over the top of him. But we have to wrap up, and we have to tackle that back, and we have to try to get to the quarterback. So it's a difficult task when you have a big three.
Well, again, you can call the right play, but you still have to execute it right. And that's kind of, I think, been your point is, and a lot of this, you knew what they were going to do, and maybe it's just a point of the kids understanding what they're supposed to do, but also once you get there, you have to make a play. And sometimes you got to be a better athlete than the guy across from you. Yeah,
it's just like that fourth down play when DeMond picked it off. I went in the huddle and I told them what they were going to run. They were going to get in a bunch and they're going to wheel the guy up the field. And DeMond, make sure you stay in the outside third. Turtle, make sure you take the post. Rover, make sure you got the guy coming in the flat. And lo and behold, they run it. So and he listened and he picked it off. Yep. So when they listen and do what we ask them to do, we are successful.
Well, you talk about a bright spot for your team is DeMond Brown. He's been a big play guy for you. He's He had two interceptions and a fumble recovery last week. Really set you up in a chance to win the ball game. The week before, he had a kickoff return for a touchdown. So he's really had some long touchdown catches as well. So it's giving you some opportunities. He's been a real bright spot, and he has a lot of tackles for a corner as well.
Yes, he does. So I look for more Damon Brown being a two-way guy. And he's just just has to do it. And so just look for him a little more.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's certainly proven to be that guy for you, and it's been fun to watch him develop and grow as a player. You talked about injuries last week. Well, Jerry Escamilla, he's had to. He was a defensive end the last 2 years. Now he had to move back to linebacker. He adjusted really well back there. And then injuries, so he had to go back up. And Jaden Jones got hurt during the game, and he was having a good game. So I know, again, just having to move all the pieces around a little tough. But again, how valuable has Jerry been being able to be that versatile for you?
Yeah, Jerry. Jerry is a half sack away from making the single season sack total.
Wow.
So look for him to put the pressure on the quarterback and try to get that sack to get in the category of some of the greats that played here before and get on that goal board.
Man, that's awesome.
Yes.
I mean, that's a lot of sacks right there.
He has 8, and all he needs is 8.5, and we expect him to get it with the 3 games.
Well, he's pretty relentless on the pass rush for sure when he gets that opportunity. So, well, anything particular in watching that Kaufman film that you see that you're going to have an opportunity to attack and a key to success in the game?
Well, for us is we have to, key to success for us, we can't give them any gifts. We can't give them any leeway. And when I say gifts, if they have us in a 3-by-1 situation and the corner's off about 6 or 7 yards, they're going to throw it out there to that great receiver. Well, we got to get up there and press that guy and know that we can cover him and take away that gift route. We call it a gift route. And don't give them anything easy. And we have to be able to line up and execute the defense that's called or whatever we check to with their formations. If they're in a bunch formation, we got to go squeeze and expect them to burst out and know who has the flats, who has the outside third, the middle thirds, and those things. They do certain things when they're in certain formations, so we have to be able to call it out and execute it. When they're in a pistol, they like to run outside zone, and our kids have practiced all week, and they need to call it and play it. So those are some of the keys. No gifts, execute the defense call or check to, and then we have to be able to tackle, and get those guys down.
Well, your defense last 2 weeks played well enough to win the ball game, so I think you're going to have to find a way offensively to score points. You're going to and to hang on the ball. Build some drives. You have way too many 3 and outs. I know for you, and certainly for Dinky Lewis, as he's calling, he's not happy with that. So you got to find a way to be able to sustain the drive and take some time and pressure off of the defense.
Yes, we do. We have to execute on the offensive side. We had identify the fronts and get a body on a body and let those backs run hard like Corsicana backs run. And once we do that, we will start having some success on the offensive side. And like I alluded to earlier, expect for Damon to go both ways and put the ball in his hands because he's a dynamic young man that can do something with it. And expect those things.
Well, he certainly has proven to do that. So I guess we look forward to a game here at home tonight and get a chance to get this W and, get everybody on your team feeling good and get some confidence as they roll into these last couple of weeks.
Yes, sir. We have been working hard, and kids are still fired up, and we want that W. We want that win.
All right. Good luck tonight, Coach.
All right.
All right. Eugene Rogers, head coach of the Corsicana Tigers. We'll be back for more of the pregame show after this. All right. Welcome to the pregame show here as we get ready for Corsicana Tigers versus the Kaufman Lions. Kaufman comes in 4-3, Coach, but 3-1 in district play, and been able to put up some points. And looks like they have a pretty prolific offense there that we'll be dealing with.
I think so. They've got a trifecta. They've got a running back that can run. They've got a quarterback that can throw, and they've got a receiver, as we've watched in pregame, that can flat out catch a football. But do not forget about the defense. On the defensive side, they're very aggressive. And they play defense very, very well. So it's going to be as Coach Rogers said, they're going to have to execute tonight.
Well, how the question will be is how did the Tigers come back from a disappointing loss in a game that they're lined up for a reasonably short field goal to win it, and unfortunately is partially blocked to keep the Tigers from coming away with their first district win in 2.5 years. And a little frustrating. Offense really went stagnant there in the second half and got bailed out by DeMond Brown with a big interception and a return to down to the 15, inside the 15-yard line. That really would have set them up. Been a lot easier to score a touchdown, which is obviously what you would prefer to have happen, or really even a much shorter chip shot right there. But you had the penalty, and again, I didn't see it. I didn't go back and watch the game afterward. But Coach said somebody kind of got up and talked a little after the interception, and it cost them 15 yards, which really set them back. And they were able to overcome that. They get back inside to the 15, but inside the 15. But, you had to settle for that field goal. And, if you're inside the 5, it's probably a little different field goal opportunity.
It is, and everything about it's different. But they had the opportunity to come out and win a close football game in a dramatic fashion. And I know the coaches and the players were they were chomping at the bit and wanted it to happen so bad. But it just didn't play out, the execution piece of it. And, like Coach Rogers said in his coach's show, it's really about execution, and I'm sure that they worked on that all week long during practice. Not necessarily the field goal stuff, but everything that they do out on that field, they're working to execute and be better at it. But it gave you promise to see that we can continue to fight. We've got one side of the ball that really pulls us ahead, and then when that side of the ball's not clicking, the other side kicks in and does their part. So those are good pieces to be able to build on, and gives you a little sense of satisfaction. You wanted to win, but at least you got a little bit of satisfaction that you can put yourself in a position to win. Yeah, no doubt. And again, the real turning point that got game going the other way for us was that fourth and 1. They're in desperate shape. It's 14-3. They haven't moved the ball. It's 4th and 1 I think they're 23. So you get that stop, they're in trouble, and you're there. You hit him, but we don't get him on the ground, and he's able to bounce out. And a lot of those short yardage situations, and if you break that line, there's nobody left to get you. And he took it to the house, and all the momentum switched at that point in time. And you weren't able to get that offense going to give you that lift, to take the pressure off, to get some first downs. And that's really been the issue in really all the games that we haven't done well, is the consistency on offense to sustain drives. We have great drives. The opening drive last week to score that touchdown, that was a great drive, move the ball consistent. But how do we do that and do that, where you're controlling, even if you don't score, even if you get some first downs and move the ball and flip the field? Well, success helps that along. That helps it a great deal. The more success that you have, the better mindset you go into each and every series, the better mindset you have on particular plays, because as a player, you're going to be confident about, 5 or 6 different plays, and then some new plays or little nuances that you add to a play and change up maybe a stance, a blocking scheme, or whatever it is to change things, and it's different from what you're used to doing for so long. Sometimes those things creep into their minds, and you don't fully really go and get it because you're still a little apprehensive. Yep. You've worked on it all week, and everything went well in practice, but now it's game time, and that guy over there is a 5A defensive back, a 5A defensive lineman, just like Coach Rogers said, when he busted through the line, you've got to wrap up a 5A running back. So things totally change. Lights are on. It's Friday night. Big things are happening. So there's a lot to it, and it's just the consistency and the confidence and, winning some things more often. We don't win enough to really give them that confidence. And just like you said, Rusty, sometimes offensively, man, we're up here. But then all of a sudden, it's like the bottom drops out. Boom. Mm-hmm. And that inconsistency can wear on you and make you a little apprehensive and question some things at times.
Well, and really the problem on offense that happens is you fail to execute a block, or you fail to do something, and then you make a positive gain, and then you give it right back. And then what we saw in the second half was every good play we had was called back on a penalty until in the fourth quarter. And so all that time, the momentum, when you really needed to gain it back, you couldn't, because you make a play and then it's a 10-yard penalty and you go back to either the line of scrimmage or further, and it really prevented you from getting that momentum turning drive going for you. And it's that we had the fumbles the week before against Poteet.
Yes.
And so those kinds of things are just the killers. Or you drop a pass right in your hands that sets you up in a good 4th and short situation or whatever it may be. So, or we don't make a block on a bubble screen. Last week on that last drive, we don't make a block. How many yards do we lose on that play? And again, every yard counts on a field goal right there because of the time they have to get across and make a play, all those kind of things, the execution. And so that's the frustration. It's those little things that are keeping this team from getting over the top.
Yeah, and it's just going to continue to take practice. It's going to continue to take the coaches just getting into the minds of the players and continuing to encourage them, continuing to uplift them, continuing to put them in situations in practice where they're successful early. And then as you get closer to the game, those opportunities to be a little more challenging once they know exactly what's going on, then be able to challenge them a little later in the week to make them think a little bit more. And that's a coaching deal.
Yep.
Some coaches go right to the very start and they make it hard from the get-go. But you can make it hard on them and throw some things at them. But early on, you want them to get the concepts that you're trying to get through and all that good stuff. So that just takes time. And once the players really begin to feel the program more and understand that process that Coach Rogers has going, things can only get better. And you mentioned it, Rusty. You talked on the coaches show. They haven't had a full year of a Coach Rogers program, but these guys are continuing to work hard. Coach Rogers talked about the leadership, the buy-in of the seniors, which, if you guys remember way back in week 1, a lot of times in coaching changes, seniors and upperclassmen usually have a struggle to embrace the new coach. But this senior class, in the 4 years that they've been at this school, and Rusty, you've brought that up, they've had 3 different head coaches. Yep. So who are they loyal to? Well, they're loyal to the man that's here with them right now. So that's just going to take time. It's part of that process, and things will only get better.
Well, I made some notes this week on looking back at the games and going back in the game before last. We had a lead, 14-0, 14-3 at half.
Yep.
had a chance to kick it, field goal at the end to win. Against Poteet the week before, had a 13-9 lead until a minute left in the third quarter. Okay, so there's a game that you're right in the thick of it. Against Crandall, after giving up 24 easy points, you basically you get the game to 24-20, and with all the momentum, and then you just kind of ran out of gas. Mm-hmm. And then against Terrell, it's 14-6 at half. We missed a couple of field goals on some good drives that just stalled. And so right there in that game, if you just look at the final score, you think, Terrell blew them out. Yeah. Well, they scored a couple at the end of the game after we were, just tired and worn out. But, again, all these games, all 4 of these district games, you're in them, and you got a chance. And we talked. I think I talked to Coach Rogers on the coaching show about it, but that a lot of that is experience, lack of, and the other thing is a lack of depth, especially in that Crandall game because how many guys were out? In your defense, you had probably 5 starters out of the game, including some backups on top of that. So all those kind of things, that's what building a program is about. That's how you overcome that. And so, unfortunately, maybe it doesn't happen in half a year, but maybe it happens in years 2, more so in year 3, and so forth.
Yeah, and this experience for the younger guys, because we do have some young guys out there playing. We've got a lot of sophomores that play a lot of time and put a lot of time in out on that field on Friday nights. That experience is only going to make them better. It's only going to give them confidence. As they go into an off season, they'll feel more of a leadership role. They'll assert themselves a little bit more because they are getting older. Mm-hmm. And then the young guys, the young freshman group, will move up, and everybody will begin to develop their teamship, for a better term. But they'll be working together. They'll be challenged by the coaching staff. They'll challenge each other, but it'll be a totally different mindset once they get into that new off season after this football season.
And, Coach, he's talked to me about, hey, he wants to keep those seniors involved. Even after, a lot of times after football season, those seniors are gone. You don't see them.
Sure.
He wants to keep them around to help kind of build that culture. But, the group that are sophomores now, they had a fairly successful freshman season. The freshmen this year are probably going to end up with a winning record and have had success. And again, so there's a couple of groups there that you can put together to grow with. And then these juniors that have gotten experience come back as seniors. And so, again, is it going to be next year? Are we going to be district champions? I don't know. But I know that we're going to be better at the end of this year, assuming we can keep guys healthy and keep them here.
Yep.
And we're going to get better next season, and because that's what Eugene Rogers is going to do. He's a worker. He's dedicated to this. And so it's fun to see as the team progresses. Now, it's not fun to go through the growing pains,
right?
But you've been there. You know what it's like. You've seen that. So,
yeah, and it's only going to get better. The process that they have to go through is going to be a slow one. It's not like what we can do now because I can pick up my phone and I can text somebody, I can find something, I can get something done, and I can have instant satisfaction. Say that word for me.
Satisfaction.
Gratification.
Yeah. There you go.
But anyway, I can find something here. I can look on a TV. I can go to a computer. Everything happens so quick. So that's our mindset nowadays. Everything needs to happen right now, and there's no patience. There's no process thinking. There's no desire to put a little more extra effort into it to make things work. So those kind of things will be developed more in the off season, and the seniors. I've at different schools I've been at, I've had seniors that they don't have anything else to do. They don't play baseball. They don't play basketball. So they have helped lead in off season, and they come and work out with us. Now, I made them make the commitment that you're going to stay with us all the way.
You're going to be there,
yes,
right?
You're going to be there, but once we start doing football skills, you're done. But having those guys in the weight room has been vitally important to our program and to our young guys.
Well, we are getting about 16 minutes here before kickoff. We've got lots of pink shirts out here tonight for the pink out. We got lots of little cheerleaders there on the sideline that'll be a part of the activities here tonight. So come on out and watch a good ball game here. We think it's going to be a good one. And, like we talked about, I think if it's a competitive game in the fourth quarter that's got a chance to go either way, I mean, I think that's a success. And, this is a team that's had a lot of success you're playing.
Yeah.
If you can step out there and battle them and fight and stay in this game, it gives you some hope as you finish up the season.
Well, and finally we're home. It's been 2 weeks since we played a home game, so we're finally home. So that comfort level is much greater than getting on the bus and traveling. So hopefully that's a big part of or contributes to a lot of our success tonight too.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here, catch our breath, and get ready for the kickoff. We'll look ahead a little bit more to Kaufman and kind of what Coach may have up his sleeve here going against Kaufman. So we'll take us a couple of minutes, and we'll be back here for the rest of the pregame show and get ready to count it down to kickoff.
Hello, my name is Tim Betts, and I'm the principal of Ezra Carroll II Elementary School, a school where we firmly believe in the ARC and doing things differently. Basically, what the ARC stands for is accountability, relationships, and communication. The ARC for accountability, we hold everybody accountable within our building and within our school community to higher standards of meeting the educational needs for our kids and to support one another. Relationship piece is us building those relationships that last for a lifetime, and the communications, how we talk to one another, how we relate to one another, how we build those bridges as we put all of our information out on the internet with our Facebook page. So if you're not following us on Corsicana ISD, hit that like button and you'll see everything that you want to see from us. As far as what's coming up on Carroll's campus, what are we doing on our campus, what are our students engaged in from a day-to-day basis. On our campus, we pride ourselves in providing the best education for our students, the best atmosphere for our parents and our community. So when you walk into Carroll, we want you to feel a part of us.
Hi everybody, I'm Lauren Weaver and I'm the new principal at Navarro Elementary. I'm a Corsicana native, born and raised. I graduated the class of 2012 and I'm so excited to serve the community that served me.
You're going to see things that say, learn today, lead tomorrow. And that's because at Navarro, we know that we don't just teach reading, math, science, or social studies. We teach bright, creative, beautiful children. And we want to make sure that we nurture them and they grow into happy, successful leaders in their community. No matter what they choose to do, we want to focus on growing the whole child.
Dare to be different means not being afraid to take risks, doing things that nobody's ever done before for the greater good.
All right, back here as we get ready for the kickoff. Richie, I'm sporting my Rangers World Series champion shirt here. As we've got at least 4 more games. We are the reigning World Series champions. So I'm going to get the most out of it while we're still the World Series champions.
I was about to say, you need to get all you can get out of that.
That's right
now.
Yeah, we'll be back next year. It's a Bruce Bochy time.
Okay.
Every other year. You know,
Okay.
so.
He had to take a break, I guess.
Had to regroup, man.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's what we're going to do here today. So,
all right, I got a fun fact.
All right,
I
awesome.
told Rusty about this. Today at Navarro College, we hosted the Health Professions Donors Appreciation Luncheon. One of our foundations that has created a scholarship in the name of Dr. Earl Kinsey and his wife, Margaret. I got a fun fact about that. Dr. Bill Kinsey and his wife, Marianne, are the trustees to the foundation, so they're the ones that give us the money. Well, Dr. Earl Kinsey, back in March of 1955, was practicing medicine in the Lindale area. He went to a house in Tyler. Delivered a baby boy to Bert and Ann Campbell. It was the 6th child at that time. They ended up having 11 total. But it was their 6th child as I come in tighter and closer. Now, after the baby was born, Bert and Ann looked at each other and said, well, what are we going to name the child? And Dr. Kinsey replied, name him after me, Earl Christian. So they said, okay, we'll do it. So Earl Christian ended up going to the University of Texas, playing football, earning a degree, winning a Heisman Trophy, going and getting drafted by the Houston Oilers, played for the New Orleans Saints as well, and is a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His name is Earl Christian Campbell, the Tyler Rose. Fun fact.
That's a great fact right there.
There you go.
Earl's connection to Corsicana and Navarro College, other than the fact that he ran for probably like 4 touchdowns against us, 1975 or 4?
Yeah, somewhere right around in there, yeah, because out at Old Tiger Field.
Oh, yeah. And that's back, when you go back to kind of where we're at right now, that's the time when we were struggling as a program.
We sure were.
You know, you were in a tough group. You had John Tyler with Earl Campbell. You had Brian with Curtis Dickey.
Yes.
You young people, look them up.
I remember watching Curtis Dickey play basketball in the what the old gym is now to the students at Corsicana High School. But I remember that guy just being yoked up. He had legs they were just huge. I just couldn't believe how big he was.
First round draft pick,
you know. And
well,
was that Bill Froman's time?
I think so,
somewhere
yes.
Right
it would have
there.
been because we went to school with his daughter.
Yeah,
so.
Sure did.
Yeah. So, again, kind of where you're at, you know, and it's just looking at the ups and downs in the program. And, you know, Donnie Dembo came in. After a couple years, things were turned around and lasted a long time. And right now we're in that process where we got to build it back up. And so as coach, okay, I'm putting the coach's hat on you right here, or the headset. So what's your approach here tonight? You know, we haven't really watched Kaufman, but we've seen some of their stats. We see they throw the ball really well. And we see that they've got a really good-looking receiver.
Well, we're going to, as we prepare, they're going to have, you know, 4 or 5 different plays that they're going to run. They'll run them out of different formations. We'll identify keys and we'll understand depth and all these other things. Heavy hand, light hand, where guys align, what they're looking for, that kind of thing. We'll have all that described and detailed for our team. But we just want to contain him. I don't want to try to make big splash plays. I just want to be able to contain him and us rally to the ball. And it's okay if they end up running you over and you hang on tight and he goes down. It's okay if you end up pushing him out of bounds. It's okay if he jukes and jives around you. You got your teammates with you there.
Yeah.
But contain the running back, contain the quarterback because he's a good quarterback and he can throw the football, and then we'll figure out what we can do and change up some things in the secondary to contain their receiver as well. We can't not pay attention to the other guys that might come out of the backfield, the tight end, the other receivers. So we're going to have to look at those kind of things too. But they're going to have tendencies, and we'll play off those tendencies early. And then as our game progresses, they're going to have new tendencies that we're going to begin to play off of as well. But contain the running back, contain the quarterback, be sure of tackling, and make sure you execute our little adjustment to take care of their receiver as well.
All right, so let's look at it from the other side. If you're running the offense, what do you see? What do you want to do other than get lots of first downs? Obviously, what is there an approach? Is there something that you can see? I mean, would you like to establish the run? That's probably where our best strength is, but when you look back over the course of some of our better drives, it includes some key catches, and you can kind of if we throw and catch the ball, we move the ball because it frees up your running game a little bit. If we don't throw and catch the ball, then it makes it really tough on your running game.
Yeah, it's about executing the blocks. Offensively, we've got a good run game approach here, but it's about the offensive line. Taking care of the point of attack, but then being able to move up into that second level because the linebackers for Kaufman are very active. It shows by their stats. They're very active, very aggressive, and they make a lot of plays. So you're going to make sure that you utilize their defensive tendencies, what they do in down and distance situations, and then as the game progresses, you'll see if those tendencies hold true, or you got new ones, and then you make adjustments at halftime. But you're going to make sure that you can execute 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust. Let's line back up, and here we go again, and just be multiple in, maybe your formations have something to do with their alignment. Maybe not. If not, then that's when you do your short pass game stuff, because if they just stay in a zone and tighten everything down because they want to control the line of scrimmage and keep us from running, then okay, do that, and we'll hit a short one out here. Just make sure you block, because when it boils right down to it, the name of the game on offense is is blocking. You got to go out and block, and then let the athletes take care of it from there, whether they catch a pass and take off or they get the ball handed to them and they take off and run. Whatever it is, you got to block. So it'd be very simple. We'd have plays that we'd end up playing off of that would end up being shots that we would take on down later in the game and in certain situations. So with that being said, I think we'd have a very conservative, controlled game plan. I'd
like to keep them off the field with their offense, right?
I would, yeah. And you're going to be very deliberate offensively. I'd have a couple trick plays too.
Well,
strange formations and then just tricky plays.
Well, they've averaged 35 points a game, so that'll tell you right there that you don't want to give them too many opportunities. And so, the way you do that, the best way to do that, right, is them not to have the ball. So,
that's exactly right.
And I know a lot of you old timers out there are thinking, why are we playing Kaufman? How are they in our district? But Kaufman, Crandall, again, both schools that were tiny for a long time. Of course, Kaufman's kind of bounced it back and forth between 4A and 5A last few years. But Kaufman County is the fastest growing county in the state of Texas now, which is crazy to think of. But, Forney was a small school at one point.
Golly,
now they have 2 6A high schools. Now, Terrell's starting to grow again. In Crandall, again, and Kaufman, these schools are growing. And people are moving in. They're flooding in there out as they move out of the Metroplex, down 175, down 80. So that's what is happening out there. And we know what kind of athletes have been in Mesquite and in Forney, and as they move further out. So that's what we've seen. And, I've said it before. A few years ago when we played Crandall, they had 2 of the best-looking kids of any school anywhere. And I know one of the receiver linebacker guy ended up going to OU. So, those are the kinds of things that are astounding to us. But just think back to our era, Red Oak and Midlothian are big enough, and now all those schools have grown, and that's really what we haven't. We used to be back in the 80s and early 90s. We were one of the bigger schools in 5A, and now we're just middle of the Division II.
And we were the getaway from the Metroplex.
That's
we
right.
had a number of people that worked up there that wanted to stay far enough away outside the city life to live in a community like Corsicana. And it's funny how as we grow up, for those of us that went to school here from, we had to pay. Our parents had to pay for us to go to kindergarten. We went to a little, for a better term, private kindergarten, but they didn't have kindergarten in schools. But when we went to school here, everything was hunky-dory, it was all good. And as we got older, we're going, man, I'm never going to live here. And here we are.
How many of us have moved back?
Many of us,
yeah.
even those that are younger than us are here as well. And, the thing that they say, hey, Corsicana is a great place to raise a family. So there you are.
And that's what we hope to continue that and build on it here as a community. And that's what I know Coach Rogers and his staff, first and foremost, above football, is to teach these guys to be good citizens.
That's right.
That's their primary job.
As they come out in the old school way.
Yes.
Yeah, because everything's got to be so quick. Everybody just sprints out of there. But, I really – well, I take pride in it because that's, what we did and the success was there. And so it's good to see that. At least they are continuing that process there. That's one process that as silly as it may seem, it'll go a long way.
Well, you can see Adrian Bivens there still in street clothes as he had a shoulder, right? He's been out with a shoulder, and hopefully he can come back because he's a big part of this defense, and unfortunately he hasn't been there most of the year. Another starter from last year at linebacker, Sean Medrano, first game, he got hurt. He was having a great game and got hurt, so I do a lot of mixing and matching there at the linebacker spot. So we're getting ready here for the national anthem. We got the color guard about to head to midfield. We'll have the coin toss and the kickoff coming up right here. Once we have the color guard in place, we'll be quiet and let you listen to the national anthem here. I believe the band's going to play that.
Hey, I'm going to jump in real quick
before
they play it. Talking about people stepping in. It's a credit to him talking about Damone playing both ways, and we'll get into that more, but here's the national anthem.
All right, you've heard the national anthem. We'll get ready for the captains. And Chuck, can you hear us yet? I know Adam and Jonathan are working on that. Having a little problem with him hearing us. So have not got Chuck where he can hear us just yet. So hopefully he'll be with us shortly as he is back today. He quit playing hooky this week. So,
and I can't wait for him to get on the mic. But back to the personnel.
Yes.
And, talking about Damone and then people having to step up. It's a credit to those players that are willing to go somewhere else to help the team, and they ought to think a lot of themselves and how they work hard, because Damone's done something to get Coach Rogers' attention, and having him end up going both ways at some point in time tonight. But, you know, that hard work and that dependability and that belief in those players in that way, and to give them those opportunities to be a big part of the team and the game.
Well, and he has been your big play guy this season. He is on offense, on defense. He's played limited amount of offense, but he's caught some long passes. And on defense, he has been all over the place with the big turnovers. So Tigers with captains tonight. Looks like they're all the senior guys. Trip Howard, Aiden Ford, Edwin Hogan, and 23 is Connor Babb. And those are the captains for the Tigers tonight. For Kaufman is at 13, 12.
You know, they've got those tricky numbers.
Cole Martin, I'm looking on TV, that helps. Ty Burleson, and 22 is Pate Bowers. So those are the captains. Ty Burleson is the quarterback, and he is thrown for over 1,700 yards. Corsicana will receive the ball, and he is also the head coach's son. So heady player, I'm sure, as he's been coached up since he was a babe. So, as you know, having a kid that played him, and he was at your knee at every practice along the way. So.
Oh, absolutely. Road trips, locker room, you name it, he's been to all of it. So,
well, the Tigers are going to return this opening kickoff. It's going to be Keenan Murphy, Marquise Cooks, and can you see who's on this side in the back?
Well, turn a little bit more.
Yeah. In the middle is going to be Turtle Lewis, Pete Ruiz in the center. And I can't tell on that. 8, C.J. Davis in the second line. You got to have them all. They all got to be able to catch the ball in the way kickoffs are done these days.
You talk about Damone being on our side.
Yeah, okay.
He's the one deep.
Yeah, I think it's Damon. Yeah, I've gone from Damon to Damone, and I think Coach said it was Damon. So,
all right,
I've heard them all. So.
We'll get that right.
There's the fake onside, and Chuck's with us. Chuck, how you feeling down there? We ready to go?
I see him. He's working it.
He said he was good.
He's working it.
Well, there's the kickoff. We'll get him after the kickoff. It's going to be caught by C.J. Davis at about the 23, coming to the left. Going to turn it up. Got a couple of blocks. Makes a man miss there. Going to go down to about the 31-yard line as the Tigers will take over there. And if you're going to take the ball, we really need to have a good, productive drive.
Right off the bat, first play, make it productive.
You know, Chuck misses 1 week. He forgets how to turn on the receiver and the mic.
I got my binoculars on. Binocs are on. He's looking at us, waving.
He's waving his mic.
Yeah.
I don't know where Adam is.
In a downward dog motion. Is that Pilates or yoga?
I think that's yoga.
Okay.
I think Mark Brown's on the field. Total Lewis is at quarterback, too. And Mark Brown's going to split out wide to the right. So you're going to go empty.
Oh, what are we doing?
Christian Evans comes in the game.
All right, there we go.
Okay. Mark Brown's lined up at receiver. And Turtle Lewis is in at quarterback. Damon Brown comes in motion. Lewis makes a man miss. Going to get positive yards out of a broken play. Going to pick up about 6 yards as he gets up to the 36-yard line.
Pursuit, or the initial pursuit of seeing the motion across the face right there, open things up for us to gain a nice first down, 6 yards right there. And
Tigers have put their playmakers out on the field. They're bringing Brown back in motion. This time they're going to hand it off, sweep it around to the right. Got room for a first down. Going to get up about the 44-yard line. So it'll be first down here for the Tigers. That's a good start as they have put weapons on the field. They've got Murphy, Evans, Brown, Damon Brown, Pete Ruiz in the game. So Turtle Lewis is in at quarterback. So they're pretty going all out here on offense this first drive.
Brown so smooth running the ball. Is that
here's first down for the Tigers. We got a man, right tackle moved. And so Tiger, again, positive, then you go back. You know, these penalties are.
It's the execution, as Coach Rogers calls it. It's all about executing.
So it's to the 39-yard line now. So it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Tigers. Going to bring it across. This is Mark Brown coming wide to the left. And he's going to be up around midfield. He's going to get about 10 of it. So actually 11 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. And again, you got your best playmakers on the field here. Mark Brown has been your steadiest back all season. And then you got Damon Brown in there as well. So this is a fun new look and something way different that Kaufman has gotten ready for.
Yeah, C.J. Davis did a great job lead blocking out there for Mark and occupying the nearest man and helped him gain a little more yards right there.
So Lewis calls for the snap. There it is. It's a low snap. Going to hand it off. Keep it going up the middle. He's got room. He's going out to the 30 and down to the 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Give it to him. And he does. Turtle Lewis with a big 50-yard touchdown run on the keeper. And how about that start for your Corsicana Tigers?
Well, I tell you what, the defensive coordinator for Kaufman did not prepare for that look at all.
No, sir.
And those plays being run by those particular individuals. So that's a totally different look right there. A great job of blocking up front and just open things up, and then a well-executed drive even after the illegal procedure. And let's kick that ball through and make it 7.
And we do.
There we go.
So good kick by Zuniga. 7-0. What an opening drive here for the Tigers. Again, man, we've been able to get great drive. Let's get more. We good to go now, Chuck?
Holy cow. You know, last week it was so professional with Raymond, and you get me back, and it's back to amateur hour, baby. No, hey, how about that first drive? And what I wanted to say so bad pregame, but we couldn't get everything working, is, you know, they're going to get that game like in 2009 when they got that game. It's going to happen. It may be tonight. It may be next week. But they're going to get that one signature game, and they're going to turn this thing around. It's going to happen. And what a way to start this game with a touchdown and coming out with a good attitude after the heartbreaker last week.
Well, that's a great start right there. And, again, Jamarian Lewis and at quarterback. It's just a different level of athleticism, willingness, and ability to run. Again, he's a senior. He's mature. That's run first is fine for him. The Braylon's more looking to pass. He's still learning the game, and he's going to be a fine quarterback. But, right there, it's just a different thing. When you got the Brown boys coming around and giving you that dynamic play up from the outside, it's a different look.
It's probably very exciting to the offense to be in that formation and to have those players out there. So that was an exciting offensive series.
Taking at the 1. There's got a gap. Now Tiger's going to make a tackle. He's up to midfield, and kicker's going to try to get him. And somebody comes over from the end. I could not see who that was. But, again, here we go. You have a great drive, and you give up a huge play on special teams here as they're going to have the ball at your 25.
Which is not something we normally do. We've covered kicks so very well, and that one right there, we closed too tight on the ball. Everybody came to the ball side and didn't stay in their lanes right there. At least initially, that's what it looks like there, and then just opened the gap for them. So defense, here we go.
Yeah, it's 1st and 10 at your 25-yard line, and again, all the guys you had on offense are out there on defense. So see how long they can keep up the double duty. You got Twins out wide to the left, a wide receiver out here, a wide receiver. And then they're going to hand it off inside to the running back who gets past the initial line and going to get it up to the 19, gain of 6.
I like the way he filled the hole at linebacker right there. It's just we got to have some other angles in there coming to help make a play closer to the line of scrimmage.
So you got Escamilla and Walker in the linebacker along with Frank Jackson. You got Mark Brown essentially playing up in the box, looking to pass, coming out, rolling out to the right. throws it underneath to the out route. And a good pass and catch right there. Is that 3 on the reception? Chance,
Yes, it is
Chance
3.
Famous.
Yeah, there's a great picture of staying on the high side shoulder of a quarterback. You can't hit him. When he drops back, you don't go run right at him or his inside shoulder. Stay high side shoulder. So if he does roll out, he's rolling out to where you're already running to make the play right there.
So it's 1st and goal here from the 8. You got 3 backs in the backfield along with the quarterback. 1 receiver out to the left. Going to hand it off, coming to the right. Load to the right. Tigers come in and fill it. Good tackle right there. Turtle Lewis just scored a 50-yard touchdown. Comes up and makes a nice play.
That's actually 3.
3, okay. It's Betts. Thank you, Chuck.
Hey, Betts is back.
He is back.
Betts is back. All right.
Did he have a concussion?
Wasn't that what it was? He was out for a number of months.
Good job coming up there and making that tackle. Getting through all the traffic to find a lane to make that tackle.
Mr. Escamilla tried to get through that traffic and ended up getting blocked by the lead blocker there, but I loved his angle.
All right, hand off to the back. Tigers are right there. Coming out with a play. Is that Bush and Walker and Crumpton?
And Cornejo.
Cornejo. Alan Walker was with that fill really right there.
Very aggressive.
Turned him back. Good job right there. That's only a gain of 1. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal here from your 3-yard line.
It's pretty much the whole front 7 right there.
Yeah.
Good job.
0 or 3. That's what Coach Rogers' goal is for his defense here. So
we're under center. Here we go.
Man in motion, going to hand it off on the jet sweep, and he gets in just in front of Mark Brown.
He did not.
They're going to.
No, he did not.
Wow. Nope. Where are they going to mark it?
Looks like it's going to be inside the 1.
Wow.
The 3/4-yard line.
Yeah, 1st and goal from the 1.
4th.
Oh, excuse me, 4th and goal at the 1. Yeah. Got 1 play here to get this score, and they're keeping the offense on the field, which certainly don't blame them for that.
I don't blame them one bit.
Trying to tie the game up. Tigers with an early lead here, trying to hang on 4th down. What a win this would be. They're going to basically probably quarterback sneak as they don't have anybody back in the backfield. Oh, they're going to run the same play. And that time he's able to walk it in.
Yeah, we didn't have enough on this side with our receivers first. And then everybody was right in the middle right there, ready to stop that.
That's a touchdown by 0, Jeremiah Brown. And again, just outnumbered you, right?
Yes. And I don't think that, as you watch it on the screen right there, I don't think we lined up and took care of our responsibility watching Coach Rogers there.
And those are kinds of things. It is a lineup a lot of the times, right? Getting the right spot. And there's a kick, and it's good. So it's 7-7 here after the first 2 drives, and the Tigers will take over again. They'll kick it off with 7:43 to go here. And there's a flag.
Yeah, we had a flag.
We were offsides.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. And it was good, so they will decline that.
And with that formation that we're seeing, we don't do enough research, or we don't watch film, so we don't know if that's a formation that they've had before and us lining up to it. So we can't talk about what they have or haven't seen in those cases right there. So,
well, again, even if you prepared for it, if you get in just a little bit off, wrong side, wrong shoulder, right?
Yep.
You don't cover up the right guy. It's easy to do that. But what's your thoughts on 4th and half a yard and running that wide?
Well,
it's basically just a sweep, right?
That's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. And they, who knows if they've got a play off of that? They're waiting to see, and the immediate threat is the quarterback getting the ball and quarterback sneaking. So we're taking care of that. We just didn't have enough to the outside to take care of what we needed to take care of. But they've got that little power back there, so there's something they can offshoot there.
You can
they
also
worked on that.
Play action off that and throw it deep on if you're down in the field. Going to kick it short. Tigers going to take it at the 25, and that's going to do it. There's nowhere to go. I believe that C.J. Davis makes the catch, and A lot of times we just want to catch it right. So, or just catch it and hang on to the ball. 7:38 to go here. Already 2 scores in the ball game.
Yeah, catching the ball is first thing,
yes.
first and foremost. And if you don't feel comfortable trying to run with the pooch like that because you feel or see the coverage, just fair catch it, because that's the way to go. That's what you need to do instead of taking a beating, because those guys on the outside didn't get blocked at all. So he didn't catch it and take off and run like he did on the first kickoff. So just don't take a beating and try to take care of yourself there.
Same personnel group on offense. Why not, right?
Yeah,
Worked out great. So
yes.
So Turtle Lewis calling for the ball, fakes it, gonna throw it, going it deep, and he's got DeMond Brown down there. He makes a play, can't come up with it. There's his 2 defenders back there. He's trying to get around to come back for the ball.
Just
not
a
get
little
there.
underthrown.
Yep.
But, of course, I'm looking through my binoculars, and, Brown's got his back to me. A DB's on his hip, and another one's coming across. And so the first thing I'm thinking is that DB that's coming from the middle of the field got his hand in there early maybe, but ain't going to talk about that.
Yeah, it's a bang-bang kind of thing out there.
It is. And we aren't going to get those kind of
Yeah,
calls.
being a little underthrown there. So Tigers are going to stick with the three wide. Got a sniffer back as well as Evans at running back. Bringing a man in motion. Going to fake the handoff, hand it off to Evans, coming right side. Opens that up. He's got room. He's at midfield. At 40, pull it away. 30, 20. He's going to catch it from behind. Hang on the ball. He goes down inside the 10. And what about the ball handling right there to create that space for the running back?
Here's what created that space. They took that linebacker that I'll just call him play side for a better term. As Mark comes across in that jet motion, he's coming off the edge right now, and there's one linebacker to beat, and we beat that one linebacker. So it's like running against the 4-1, and we got the advantage. So great call. Hey, thanks for the adjustment, Kaufman. And here, let's put some points on the board.
Yeah, great game plan by Dinky Lewis here so far today. So 1st and goal, going to hand it off to Murphy inside. He's got a chance. He's still on his feet. He reaches out. The ball's in the ground.
Down.
They're calling him down.
There we go.
I think we end up with the ball anyway, but we're going to call it down. And so it'll be 2nd and goal inside the 1, right at the goal line, basically.
Yeah, just be more cognizant of where you are, and you're not 6'4" and you're going to reach across. Just hold on to the ball, get it there, and let's line up and go. We ran a new personnel group on in a hurry, but it's taken forever to get set. So let's see what we got here.
So we're lined up under center. Oh my goodness, guys, come on. Left side moves early.
And everybody's getting everybody right. That's what I like. They're looking at each other. Come on, man. So they're having conversations there, getting each other right.
So we're going to go back to the 6 now, 2nd and goal. I like Murphy while ago. He had such great balance as he stepped around and threw some tackles, and good power and balance as he moved forward and tried to get it in the end zone. And we're calling it not calling a timeout. So just getting your
and I really like
guys.
Yeah, and I really like the way our offensive line moved in unison and blocking their steps. They're making contact, and they're maintaining that contact. So those things that Coach Rogers talked about, getting a body on a body and staying with your man and all that, the team has responded to that.
4 wide. It's going to be a quarterback sweep into the end zone. Another touchdown for Turtle Lewis, and almost bit off a little more than they were expecting here today.
Wow, I'm really surprised at the defensive look they're giving. I really am.
Tigers spread them out, get a lead block from Keenan Murphy. Yeah. And tell you what, you got Jamarian Lewis is also on the wing on the PAT.
And let's do a job here on our PAT.
And snap kick. Should be good. It is. Tigers go back up 14-7.
Wow.
So, what a fun game so far now.
What a pleasant surprise. And I think the surprise more than anything else is the personnel group offensively. And the success they're having, because here we go again, and we talked about it early in the pregame. Defense is about tackling, offense is about blocking. And quite frankly, we're doing some of our better blocking right now, and we're opening up some gaps, and we're getting the ball in the hands of guys that can run.
And I think the other thing is what is helping the blocking is, having those guys giving different looks. And so now what do we defend?
Yeah. Just like
that jet sweep's not been much of a threat this year because, that you really don't have that personnel out on the field. And so now you got this look. They got to defend the jet sweep. Either way, two different guys, not one guy, two guys. And then you got a quarterback that's running, giving you a threat that you haven't seen, and then the running back as well. So Christian Evans with a big run right there to set up the touchdown by Lewis. And there's a short kick this time, going to be caught at the 24 and going to be a fair catch. So Tigers don't have to worry about the threat right there.
Not at all.
He should have probably returned that ball because he had plenty of time, I thought.
Yeah, we only had one guy as compared to what we're seeing on their side when they pooch it. They've got at least two already in our face.
So they're going to take over at their 24. See if this defense can really step up now. Not with their backs to the goal line here. They can go out, and see if they can get this ball back. And your offense is clicking. And, frankly, we probably knew that your offense would be better with these guys on the field, but they're playing so much on defense, it's hard to. But I think Coach knew that this offense from Kaufman is going to put points up, and you're going to have to get your guys chances to score.
And it's just time to dig deep and, accept the challenge.
Yeah.
We're going to put the guys out here that we feel like are going to fit into what we're trying to do.
Well, Cornejo, last week, he played almost the entire game on both sides. And here he is tonight doing the same thing.
I don't know what we're discussing with the head coach and officials.
Let's just move it along, Coach.
Yeah.
They're going to move it up to the 25. Yeah. They marked it at 24 where he caught it, but you get it at the 25 regardless on the third catch. So here we go. Going to hand it off inside. They got a little room, and he's going to get a pretty good gain there. Gain of about 8 on first down.
Walker came off the big tackle number 73. He got up on him, and there's a distinct difference in size right there. But Allen was able to finally get off of him and make a tackle right there. Now, ideally, do we want it to be that far? No, but when you got a big body running in front of you and you don't know where the ball is behind that body, it's a tough situation.
He's going to hand it off, fake the handoff, bootleg out to the right, going to the inside man. Good catch. Man, he delivers a nice ball.
Yes, he does.
And that ball is caught on the inside from the slot, probably from the backside, I'm guessing, and came all the way across and gets it into Tiger territory.
Yeah, I hate that first down showboating stuff like Homeboy just did. And they threw a flag on that. That's bull. It's high school football, boy. You ain't getting paid.
Yes, exactly. So it's going to be first down inside Tiger territory at the 46 right here. And Ty Burleson, he's a good-looking quarterback.
Executes very, very well, and the whole offense executes the offense very well.
Hand it off inside there and breaks the tackle. Lewis is going to bring him down near the marker, but it'll be a yard short, it looks like.
Yeah, we took on that fold block with our outside shoulder from that linebacker spot right there and just opened up that gap. Whereas if we'd have been able to take that inside shoulder, at least he's running into somebody or back inside where we've got folks. So that was a tough little play right there.
So first down run right there for Kaufman, or almost first down, 2nd and 1 now. Burleson gets the snap, dropping back to pass, rolling a little bit to the left, throws it to the out route, and again, that's number 15, Alger what did you say his name was? Alger Miles. He is their leading receiver, and again, solid-looking player right there.
Yeah, he's got the size, at least from up here in the booth. He's got the size that you'd want from an elite type of receiver, similar to the Crandall receiver that we experienced in the first week of our district play.
Long kid, you know, he's tall, long arms, long legs, really smooth as a runner. Man comes in motion, looking to the right, throwing a quick route. Tigers are there. He's going to stand up, but they rally and don't let him get out. Good tackle right there by Betts to keep him from getting away, and then the Tigers rally. And but another solid gain on first down to the 23.
You know, and he's just spotting up. He's finding that zone area. He's spotting up, and you've got 2 other receivers doing other types of things right there. So you got 3 receivers on that one side doing some routes right there that you got to make sure you take care of.
2nd and 4, 2 backs in the backfield along with the wing. Going to hand it off inside. And again, they move the pile, get up, should have the first down to the 17.
Just running a little G lead. Got up in there and just got in with the big bodies because they've got a big offensive line. It looks like they've got a big offensive line.
I believe that's 22 running the ball. Pate Bowers has been. He is not the leading rusher for the season. Is that 0 at running back? Now it's 0 going to the left there on the sweep. Gets outside on a good block from his receiver. Going to be near the goal line, but it's short, I believe. Oh, they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 5.
Yeah, they're marking him out. Yeah, 40's been the running back right there.
40, okay.
Yep, 40's been the running back.
And that is Noah Garrett, Jr. So, again, Rose has been the leading rusher, and I don't think we've seen him.
No, I haven't seen him out there.
So under center here, man coming in motion. Going to fake the toss, hand it off. Bubbles on the ground. I think he got it back. He did. So Garrett mishandled the handoff, but will fall on it for no gain. So 2nd and goal here from the 5. Boy, that would have been nice for the Tigers.
Yes, it sure would have. Got to work on a little pad level right there.
Man, look at this big Stewart coming in the game on defense. Kevin Reese, your offensive guard. I don't know that we've seen him on defense much.
No, we haven't.
Coach is pulling out all kinds of stops tonight. Low snap, handed off inside. Tigers are right there. Get him down. And that is Jaden Jones. Brings him down. That Crumpton with the initial contact.
Crumpton with the initial.
So going to get a yard out of it. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal here from about the 4, inside the 4.5 maybe.
Yeah, it's a good job by Jaden coming through and making a play.
Yeah, to be right there. Crumpton with the initial push and Jaden following it up and getting him on the ground. So it's 3rd down and goal here for Kaufman. Lions trying to tie this game up. Gonna go 3 wide.
See if our defense responds right here.
Whistle on the play. I think it's a timeout called.
Yeah. Well, while we have that timeout, let me pull up on my phone, as we do.
What you got there?
The Tyler crew.
Okay.
Officiating crew. The referee you just saw is Michael Johnson. The umpire is Larry Brown. The head line judge is Brad Frisbee. The side judge is Carlin Jackson. The line judge is Wesley Jones. Field judge is James Coulter. And the back judge is Austin Lockwood out of the Tyler football officiating chapter. You know, when the Corsicana football officiating chapter was strong back in the 70s and 80s,
yes,
you know, they, of course, do Corsicana games, but they get called all around the county, even up in Ennis, down in Freestone County, Limestone County. So the Corsicana chapter was a very well-respected chapter. And then when it eventually split, we had people that split and went to Tyler, and then the other half of them, so to speak, went to Waco. So the Corsicana chapter ended up merging with Tyler and Waco, and I utilized some of those guys in my travels as a coach. So it was pretty neat to have them call some of our games.
Well, here we go. It's 3rd and goal. And they're going to toss it out here and just try to outnumber you again. Tigers respond. Mark Brown right there going to be a loss on the play. See if that makes them want to kick it.
Well,
back to the 8.
I tell you what, that Mark played that play perfectly. Weak block, he fought through it, used his inside shoulder, just ripping through and staying on path. Good vision, controlled, nice angle, and he's able to break down right there and make a play. And he made a strong play by wrapping up.
All right, well, let's take a break here. It is 14-7 Tigers. Big 4th down coming up when we come back to start the 2nd quarter.
All right, folks. If I can have your attention, please. On the south end of the stadium, we have Preston, Logan Rosario, attempting a 30-yard field goal for a chance to win free Chick-fil-A.
All right, we are back here. Preston Lagomarsino just kicks it, wins Chick-fil-A for a year, man, and he nailed that kick. Good job, Preston.
Kicking for chicken.
Kicking for chicken. Let me give you some scores here. Heritage over Poteet, 14-0. Ennis over Crandall, 14-7. Greenville and Terrell tied at 7. So the underdogs in 3 of these games are hanging in there or ahead.
Boy, they
so
sure
how about
are.
that?
Sure are.
So big 4th down right here. Looks like they're going to go for it, Coach. And Tigers got a chance. Man, make a big defensive play right here.
Right, got a different power back.
Watch 15. Let's bring the man in motion to the right side. They're going to the left side. Going to throw a fade out here to the left to 15. Tigers go up, make a play.
No catch.
Yes, they do. That's a great job. Betts. Man, welcome back.
Yes, absolutely.
Javon Betts.
He
split his arms, fight with it, and rips it out. That's a great job right there. It's textbook how you play a guy, especially 3 or 4 inches taller than you, right?
Stayed with it, very tenacious in his actions, and what a great play. What a welcome back play for Mr. Betts, who I got to teach in PE over at Fannin Elementary. Yeah,
taught him well.
I don't know about that, but he was a ringtail tutor boy. He's going. Once he gets going, you ain't slowing him down. He's a good one.
Well, Tigers with 4 wide right here. Trips on the right side. Same offense in. And going to hand it off inside. And look at the pile move right there. Actually, that's locked.
The ball came out. The ball came out, and we'll see what happens.
It looks like they're going to blow it dead. And, fellas, Ben Jesse said make sure y'all keep it real up there, all right?
Keeping it real, Ben. Keeping it real. All right.
Let me tell, where is he?
Well, he's the good luck charm tonight.
Yeah, he is. All right, good. Well, we got away with one there, I would think. All right. Because we followed the pile, did a good job of following Mr. Cornejo. But second down, let's go.
Handing it off inside. Moving the pile. I believe that's Murphy on the carry.
Man, we're getting bodies on bodies.
Yes, we are. And
Yes.
17, Antonio Locke is in at quarterback for the Tigers, giving Lewis a break as the ball moves up to the 21 with a first down. Man, you got to love it right here, right?
Fantastic, yes. New energy.
Going to hand it off again, kicking it out right. Made a good move. He's got a little room. Going to get it out to the 30. Stays in bounds. Goes up. Going to get up to the 34-yard line. Should be another first down here for the Tigers.
Running very confident.
3 good drives in a row,
yes,
Coach.
Very confident right there.
Yes, good blocking by Weston Hollingsworth out wide. Good job by Weston out there keeping that corner off of him. Pick up a few extra yards to get the first down.
And you bring up Hollingsworth. We're back to our usual offensive personnel instead of our special that we had those first 2 series there.
All right, you got Locke still in at quarterback. Low snap, going to hand it off. Good move inside to Evans. He's going to get it up past the 40-yard line to the 41-yard line, gain of about 7.
Man, it's just a breath of fresh air to see bodies on bodies there, the offensive linemen engaging and keeping their feet moving and moving people, and in the backs have some options now. You know, if the hole is designed here, they're able to run through it, or they're able to cut back and find another hole to run through.
And this is giving all those other guys who are playing defense as well a breather.
Yes.
Right here. And so and this unit is moving the ball. So second down and 3, I believe. And going to quick screen out to Ruiz, who's hit behind the line of scrimmage. And just a quick read right there as they tried to bring him in motion and send it back. But the defender was able to stay with him and going to end up losing a few yards.
Yeah, that just is a good football play right there. And we didn't have anybody out there to occupy that particular guy.
Yeah, you're kind of counting on that guy coming into the formation and getting lost, right?
Yeah, that's Cole. I think it's Cole Martin. Yeah, Cole Martin. He's pretty much their leader defensively. And he's leading the team in tackles. He's got 85 tackles. It shows right there because when he wrapped up Pete, he pretty much held on and he wasn't going anywhere.
Well, it's your first time tonight to be behind the chain. So third down, looking to throw. Throwing a slant, and it bounces off of Taylor's hands and it's intercepted. And he takes it down the sideline and will score.
Yep, sure will.
Man, got to help the quarterback out right there.
Yeah, you got to execute. Just got to execute right there. And that didn't happen. So, well, that put a damper on everything that we had going right there. But all it does is it overcomes the goal line stand down here on our end. That's all it did. So it's not like they didn't go up another set of 7. They just pulled even with us, and here we go.
Well, they're trying to pull even right here on the kick. There's a snap, hold, kick, and it's good.
God, we were right there, too. Who was that was in there?
I'll tell you what, that snap is coming back there.
It is.
There's no softness on that snap, and any softer, and we had a chance at it.
Somehow Frank Jackson ended up there, right there, and I thought he had honestly blocked the kick, but it got through, up. He chipped it. He used his 60-degree. Got that up and over the tree that Frank became right there.
Well, it is tied at 14. I think we would have taken that, right? At 8:35 to go here, they'd be tied at 14.
You bet, no doubt.
And we've had 2 really good drives and had a good drive stopped because of a tip ball interception, which is kill your quarterback. Those tip ball interceptions will just kill you. So right there, and that turns into a touchdown. So the Tigers will go back here to return this kickoff But, again, as you point out, it's a tie ball game. You haven't given up the lead. You're right here. And you've been moving the ball, so you got to feel like, hey, we can keep doing that.
Yeah, we had the balloon really blown up, and it was great. And then the air got let out of that one. The balloon did not bust. The air just got let out. So now we're
blow it back up.
Yeah, we're going to blow that thing back up and move the ball down the field right here.
All right, they've been pooching it all night. They continue to do that. Tigers are going to catch it about the 28. C.J. Davis has been able to hang on to it. He's
Just
about to get
down.
smacked right here if he stays up.
Yeah.
And Tigers will take over at about the 32 here.
Yeah, I know he wants to be able to break something, but they're going to have to design somebody to come pick those guys off in order for him to get free. But we got the ball. We got the ball in good field position.
Yep. Yeah, you got the ball, and you're not by your goal line right here where they started before.
Yes.
And again, got the ball off, had a negative play, and then a tip ball that turns into an interception. So those kind of things hurt. But again, now Lewis comes back in the game at quarterback. Murphy and Evans in the game at run. Even a different look now with two backs and three wides.
We're in our little special package right here.
Got Mark Brown in the game as well as Damon Brown. And we got a penalty.
Take the left tackle move, fellas.
Again. So got to get ready here, guys. So they're excited, though. They've been getting off the ball, making those blocks. They want to get after it, right?
Yes, yeah, that's a good thing. Let me see what.
Overcame the last false start. So, but
Coach Rogers has got an argument of some kind there. Don't know what it was.
Well, they're saying the linebacker's imitating the snap call.
Hey, there we go.
Good job, Chuck.
Attaboy, Chuck. Professional.
He's on it.
Give you boys certification.
Boy, you talking about hillbilly and
Tried to use those big words.
Yeah, and I can't even spit them out.
Here we go. It's 1st and 15. Got two backs in the backfield still. Going to hand it off to the left, excuse me. Evans makes a move. Gets about 6 of it there. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
6 of it, and now we're at 2nd and long.
Yeah.
Which I'll take that. That's
And, hey,
positive yards.
I like that crossbuck look. Again,
Yes.
different looks every time they've come out, really. So,
And it hesitated. The linebackers hesitated when they did that. So here we go.
So we got a 2nd down and 9 here for the Tigers. You don't have to have it all at once, but you'd like to get about 6 of it, right?
Oh, yes.
Keep you in a running situation.
Be nice.
2nd and 9. Same formation. Going to hand it off the other way this time. And a good job on coming outside. Turn it up. And he's going to get up to the 39. See, about 3 or 4 to go. So you got about what you wanted out of it, 6 yards.
Yep, that sure is. I'm glad he was able to come off of a non-block. Lineman didn't get blocked. I'm glad he was able to stick his arm out, stiff arm him, and be able to get outside out there.
He moves laterally really well.
Yes,
he's
does.
able to step out of those problems and keep going.
Yeah. But we can't fall back into our old habits of not blocking. We've done so well on every series that we've had the ball so far, so we got to continue that.
Let's 3rd down and 3 right here. Same formation. We've seen Turtle Lewis with big games here. Oh, my goodness. We're going to call timeout. Okay. I was afraid they're about to get another flag right there. So that's a good timeout right
Yes,
here. 6:51 to go.
Yeah.
You got a tie ball game. It's a big 3rd down. And Chuck, man, it's got to have some energy down there on the field tonight.
I'm like Richie, really pleasantly surprised. Hey, they're doing the Chick-fil-A trivia answer, and Richie, one of these guys, I can guarantee it.
Oh, gosh, I see it.
There you go.
97-yard touchdown pass. Yeah.
Besides Shade and Bethel, so that's pretty cool. And also, your winner of your Chick-fil-A for a year, you're just starting 8th grade kicker. So the future's bright. Boys, he's got lots of chicken, and we got lots of field goals in our future.
Sounds like a setup to me. Good job, Preston, and he nailed it, man.
That's great.
So,
man, I'd love some Chick-fil-A for a year.
You put them out of business, Bubba.
Yes.
30 nuggets at a time.
Yeah, of course, they probably say, oh, Mr. Cotrell, you can only have one sandwich.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 3. Big 3rd down here for your Tigers. Trying to keep the momentum going.
Still in our two back.
I think Jaraylon Jones is in the game at quarterback now.
Still got 2 backs, but we're in a different set. Oh, yeah.
They're going to hand it off to the right, make a move.
Keep going.
It's going to be close. He might be a little bit short. Our side's giving it to us. Their
side's giving it as well.
1st down for the Tigers. Keep those chains moving.
Yes, I'm loving that. We're getting some movement up front, and I'm not talking about our guys, but we're getting some movement from their defensive front, and we've whiffed at a few blocks on this series so far. We need to make sure that we're engaged and are ready for those kind of things.
Tigers have played a lot of guys. They've played 3 different quarterbacks in the game. Turtle Lewis back in the game. Again, 2-back set. Hand it off to Murphy going to the left side with a lead block. Makes the man miss and pushes forward.
Push.
He's going to push him a little bit. They're going to get it inside the 45 down to the 46, so about 3, I guess. And man, they have emptied the playbook here tonight.
He ran so far, I felt like he got like 10 yards, but he ran 30 to get 4. But, yeah, they've really changed some things up, and I think that's why we see a delay in the quickness of the plays being able to be run and executed because, everybody in their mind is running through, okay, that play is this. Here's what I do, so.
In different personnel groups.
Yes, and it's worked so very, very well for them.
Well, Tigers going trips to the right. Got the single man out to the left. Going to be looking back to pass, throwing the bubble here to Brown. He's got a little seam.
Oh, no.
Ball's out of the ground. And it is
Kaufman's ball.
First down, Kaufman at midfield. Lamont a little loose with the ball coming into the middle. And if we get that block right there inside, and, man, that's a pretty good job because he had the ball tight. It was coming in from the inside, probably not expecting that. But back-to-back turnovers for the Tiger offense, and so Kaufman has an opportunity now to flip this script and take the lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, I really dig that type of screen as compared to what we're doing.
That's a tunnel, right? Coming back into the tunnel.
Yes. And we've got the guys that can run that type of screen as well. Not that we don't have guys to run the bubble screen. We do.
It's just those are so much out on your own, And there, you got all these blockers coming in.
And it's a great changeup. Man, it's a great changeup.
And the other thing is right there, you got to hand it to the defensive player who did a good job of getting back in from the inside to make that tackle. So it's first down here, Kaufman at midfield. Send the man away. He's moving toward the line, and they call it. So they're going to pump it and throw the curl route inside. Tigers bring it down.
Boy, I don't like the way we covered there.
That's going to come back, though.
Yeah,
It'll be first and 15.
Thank goodness, because we weren't getting out. Betts didn't get out right there on that little wheel route that we got running. He's got to expect that, and especially the way Coach has been talking and the way he talked on his coach's show. He's talking about, the deep third, the middle third, the flat defender. Well, Betts isn't a flat defender. He's an outside third player.
So he bid on that underneath route. So.
That's when those linebackers come into play. Those routes right there, linebackers got to read it, open their hips, and sprint to that area right there because they know they can see what their threats are. They see where those receivers are, and that's, the guy that comes in motion becomes number one. Well, number one goes outside. My eyes are on number 2 anyway, and he comes inside, then I've got him, and I'm checking him up.
They're going to fake the handoff, roll into the right, throwing the little wheel route right there. And
I can't tell
believe that's caught. I believe he did, yes. Going to be short of the first down, but, again, that was not bad coverage.
No.
He just put it right on the spot, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and threw it. Of course, our back's turned because we're trying to gain ground and make that cushion disappear and just get into the face of the receiver and just a nice throw and catch. And I'm sure those guys throw and catch after every practice, and they've been doing it probably their whole careers here at Kaufman.
Second down and 2. Alger Miles is only a junior, by the way. Brings a man in motion, going to hand it off to the jet sweep coming around, and Lewis up with the big tackle, but not before the first down. They're going to mark him at the 33. And it is 4:50 to go here in the half. Kaufman trying to take a lead, and they do get the ball to start the second half. Tigers really need to come up with a stop.
Yeah, I mean, so some tendencies, and I don't know what kind of tendencies they saw as watching film whenever the quarterback's under center and they get that quick motion, because we saw it down here too. But they're giving you a tendency as to what they do as far as run. Now the back part of that, you've got to make sure you're taking care of the pass.
Hand it off to the running back. Breaks one tackle, pushes forward, going to get a good gain on first down. That's really been the killer down for us. They've executed really well on first down, which we were doing also.
Yes.
And you see that by the successful drives that we've both had. So it's going to be second down and 3 here, about 4 minutes to go.
And that gives their offensive coordinator the option to do some things.
Yeah,
you know,
opens
and
that
especially in our side, on our side of the field, inside the 30, you've got some things that you can manipulate, and some plays that are, you know, maybe some shots that you can take here.
Right, stack these receivers downside. They're going to hand it off inside.
Good
Big play there by Cornejo. They push him back. Going to be short of the first down. He's going to get up to the 25, but that is it. So it's going to be third down and 2.
Man, I love the fact that Cornejo just beat that guy.
Cornejo, Walker, Mark Brown.
It all started with big up front, and Cornejo just beat that one-on-one block.
When your tackles dominate, if your tackles can dominate, it makes everything so much easier.
Does it ever.
So third down and 2. Under center.
Hey, okay.
They jumped. Yes, they did.
All right, let's see if they're going to.
Quarterback was in the go stance right there as he dropped that right foot back. Like he was going to push off.
Well, hopefully this doesn't get called against us, because we're messing around. They're talking too much. I don't like the way they're talking. See, it's going to end up going against us. $10.
Delay a game.
Yep.
Defense.
That's it.
77. 5-year penalty. Down.
Disconcerting signals, huh?
Automatic first
Yeah.
down.
Okay. Coach is upset about that because they're not getting the call.
I've seen him all year. Woo!
Yes.
Hey, Chuck, one more time since you're there. Are you hearing anything from our players, or do you think it's just the movement that they're doing, and they're doing it so quick?
I think it's noise, because Coach Rogers just said they're doing the same thing in so many words.
And going to hand it off on the – this is a reverse,
orbit.
Basically.
He's
and
out of
he's going
bounds.
to get there's a flag, by the way.
And he was out of bounds, too. So
it's going to be a hold, so it won't matter.
Okay, we'll take that.
And if he said some of those words that Chuck can't repeat, I have never heard him say a word you can't repeat, by the way.
First down.
As a person knowing Eugene Rogers, he had to be extremely upset if something like that was said.
Chuck's only going to point out my struggling vocabulary. That's all he's going to do.
No, you know, in his defense, he was just adamant. I shouldn't. I don't want. I know what type of character he is. He didn't say anything that he couldn't say on a billboard. He was just very emphatic, if you can see, like on his pregame speech on the video board.
So penalty takes it back for a 1-yard gain. So it's going to be 1st and 9. But again, the emotion that you could see on that was clear how much this is, it's been a long season. And we got 2 receivers to the right. They're looking that way. Did we get a
nice
tip
yes,
ball?
We did.
We got a tip ball right there. So a good job. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
I felt a little bit better about that coverage right there.
Big Crumpton getting that paw up there.
Yeah, we had Alan Walker out there he was on the hash where they had that little 10. Well, it ends up being about 5 to 10. That little 5 to 10 route area right there, I liked where Walker was, and that kept the quarterback from throwing there. And then we had him covered deep, and, of course, we had somebody on him outside, so that's why he tried to drop that little flat route.
So 2nd down and 9. Fakes the handoff.
There it is. Come on, big boy.
Cornejo chasing him down. He's out there, snuck out of the backfield by himself. He's going to be brought down. Will be a first, though.
I was too caught up in watching Cornejo get free and hoping he'd run him down out there, but he just wasn't able to catch up with him.
Good job, and great recognition there by Burleson. And Frank Jackson has to go play the quarterback, and the receiver is over there by himself. So
Yeah.
So it's going to be 1st and goal here, 2:13 to go in the first half, and worst thing in the world is that they score with no time on the clock right here. So,
and I wouldn't be surprised. Well, they're going to try to get the ball in. They don't care. They feel good about what they're doing.
hand it off, and Tigers play it. They play it tough. You know, they've been tough once you get down inside this area of the field. They've made some plays to keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, a little fake toss, and they ran a little G or tackle. I couldn't remember who ended up pulling on that play, but they're pulling somebody up inside and making it a lead play with that under center type formation right there.
Big Tanner Crumpton had him all wrapped up right there. So not letting go.
Tanner's so strong he could wrap up that whole offensive line.
Yeah. 2nd and goal. I got a whistle here. Time called by the defense, which is us.
Timeout.
So coach got a look. Going to take a timeout with a minute and a half to go. Also stops the clock a little bit. Might give you a little time here when you get the ball back.
Yeah, it'd be nice because then we could see that little special package maybe.
First and foremost is trying to keep them out of the end zone.
Yes,
right here,
absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it starts with that first call.
Yep.
You know, the call to say that we're, doing whatever we're doing, saying whatever we're saying, barking if we're barking, whatever it is we're doing. But, when you see it on the other side and those movements of the players, the fast twitch, the fast movement, they might grunt.
Yeah.
And that's a sound that, can call, it can create an illegal procedure offensively. So those are the kind of things that they might end up calling. And it's as simple as a grunt. Hey, Mr. Referee, I just grunted. That's all I did.
Well, I'll also point out is, Crumpton and Cornejo really played the whole first half on defense. Montre Bush is not playing, and I don't see him on the sideline, so I don't know what's up with that. But so Cornejo pressed into double duty, as well as, of course, he's pretty good at it anyway. So
yes.
Empty backfield. They're in the same look, bring a man in motion, fumble, and he's going to try to take it forward. Tigers get the stop right there. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. Stay that way.
I really like the way we set up defensively there. That's the first initial threat in that formation. And then when you get that little motion, then wherever the motion's going, you better have 1 or 2 on the outside ready to make something happen. Because the defensive end on that side where the motion's going to, the outside backer or that corner or safety, whomever it may be, they are not going to make a play inside on that quarterback, so they've got to take care of that outside responsibility.
50 seconds and counting now. 3rd down and goal. Going to toss sweep. Coming outside, he's hit, but, man, he powers through and gets in as Lewis was able to get a hold of him. But, use those big legs to get through, and that's the running back, Noah Garrett, number 40, for the touchdown. Score with 44 seconds left.
They compress that formation and that bunch look, and what they're able to do is they bring you in, and that's what happens. People come into that, but when they compress it so much, the 2 things that can really hurt you is having those guys cross and go to the other side, or tightening you up and then not being able to defend anything because you're so tight and they're using that outside space.
All right, the extra point is good, and Tigers trail for the first time tonight, 14 for the Tigers, 21 now for Kaufman, as they take advantage of a couple of turnovers here to get the lead. A interception return for a touchdown and a fumble at midfield, and they score on a 10-play, 50-yard drive. 44 seconds left to go here in the first half. Tigers will get the ball. Will they have enough time to do anything with it? So we'll
just have to see. We'll have to see what kind of play calling Coach Lewis will make with his special package. I will assume his special package will be what he utilizes, but, you know, I would guess they're going to pooch kick it again, and I just want CJ to catch a ball and get down. He doesn't need to get peppered by people to, you know, as he's catching the ball there. So,
all right, here's it go. They're going to pooch it to him. He's going to get it at about the 30. He's going to try to make a move. Makes a man miss, gets it to the 40. So
I like that one. I felt good about that because I hate it when they grab our leg and we're struggling and trying to get away, and that just gives everybody an opportunity to tee off. But great field position. Now I'd question why you're going to kick a ball there and not kick it maybe to the 20. Why are you going to try to kick something at the 30? So I don't get that, but that's their deal.
Well, it is first down now at the 40-yard line. And Tigers are going to go trips to the left side. Who's the quarterback here?
Van Locke.
Yeah, Locke is the quarterback. And they're going to hand it off. See if they can get a splash play. And Murphy keeps
Hold on
pushing.
the ball, buddy.
Man, he does a good job hanging
Yes.
on the ball and pulling out. Going to get about 8 on the play up to the 48-yard line. 25 seconds to go. Line it up, get a first down, and see what you want to do after that. 17. Going to throw it quick. Oh, no. Throwing it to Hollingsworth. They're not on the same page, and you get a defensive score. And ooh, that's not the way you wanted to finish.
No, that was not the way you wanted to finish there.
Yeah, you trying to run something safe and total miscommunication.
Yeah, that one's tough right there. That's a tough way to 9 seconds here in the half, and we go from our score situation to we're down 1 score. Now we're down 2.
So it's 27-14. Extra point to come here with 9 seconds.
It's that ebb and flow.
Yep.
You know,
This is the story of our season.
Yeah, and Coach Rogers talked about, you know, we start fast, but we want to finish strong. So that strongness needs to be kicking in right here.
So you're going to go in down 2 scores, unless you can return a kickoff right here.
Yeah, which you and I know that, well, they pooch it again.
Yep. Just makes it hard unless you just make one guy miss and have a seam. But more likely than not, the Tigers are going to go down 2 scores, and they'll get the ball to start the second half. So really puts you in a bad predicament, and that is not indicative of the way this game, how close the game has been.
Not at all.
And it goes back to my point earlier, all 4 district games, we've been right there. We've had leads in the second half in 2 of them.
Yep.
And got it to 4 against Crandall. And Terrell, you're right there with a chance. And so that's where it is. That's what tough situation. And, again, just mistakes.
3rd turnover.
And they've scored on every one of them. And it's caught by Davis right there. Got a good block. And he's going to get tackled around the 40-yard line. Going to maybe get to the 41, and there's 1 second left. So,
yeah, snap it, Neil, and let's go into let's go in.
No point in.
No.
So, want to be the last play of the first half here for the Tigers. And again, the game you led 7-0, then 14-7. Now down 28-14. 2 defensive scores for Kaufman, as well as a fumble recovery that led to a touchdown. I don't know. Maybe they throw it up right here. Maybe you feel like you don't have anything to lose. So.
Yeah.
Actually, they're so spread out, you might just run your quarterback right here, huh?
Yeah, they've got 3 guys, 25 yards deep. But you never know.
Bring Brown in motion. Hand it off to him. You hand it off to your guy who can go 97 yards. in game one. He's going to get a lot of yardage out of it, but not enough to get a score, and so that's going to do it here for the half.
Nice play.
Yeah.
Nice play.
And again,
positive to end.
Positive and not take a chance. So,
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think taking chances probably are over. And that's that replay you see right there of Betts making a great play was good. Tigers down 28-14. We're going to go to halftime. We're going to take a break right here. And when the Tiger band's on, you'll get a chance to watch them and the Calicos and so forth. I'm sure Coach Roddy will be up for his usual halftime visit. And we're going to take some timeouts, and hopefully we can get you some videos and some CISD looks and get to meet some of the folks there. So Tigers down 28-14. We'll be back in a few minutes here for the halftime show. And we'll be back as soon as we get through with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kaufman High School proudly presents the award-winning Lions. This year the team is under the direction of Miss Presley McBride. The lovely Lions will be performing their traditional entrance routine to the Kaufman High School fight song. The Lions social officer is Eileen Bonds. The Lion of the week is Miss Claire Porter.
Yeah, I was like, who is that? You're good. You should talk to me. You just got up. What type of heck is my game? What the heck are we watching? This is cool. Whoa.
And now for 2024-2025 officers, Junior Lieutenant Ellie Kennedy, Senior Lieutenant Maddie Gore, First Lieutenant Laura Hittis, and Head Captain Savannah Whittington. Tonight, the Lions are performing an energizing field kick routine to Starships by Nicki Minaj. dedicate their performance tonight to the amazing Kaufman High School teachers. Thank you for all of your support of the Lionettes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Kaufman High School Marching Band. Tonight, the Lion Band will be performing their contest show, Echoes of Egypt.
Welcome back as we position ourselves here in the booth. I'm joined here by the Executive Director of Athletics and Extracurricular Programs, Coach Clint Roddick. Coach, welcome back.
Coach Cottrell, how are we doing?
Good.
Good to see you, man.
Absolutely. I'm glad that we're at home and we're not sitting in some foreign press box that, in some cases, just trying to figure out, good gosh.
Yeah, the food's better. The air's cold in here.
Yes.
There's plenty of sodas and water.
Yeah, the air is cold and it's perfect for me. Now, Rusty freezes, but that's all good.
Yeah.
All right, so talk to us about the week. You know, you mentioned before that Girls basketball started.
Yeah.
Boys basketball was beginning practices.
Yeah.
So give us a rundown of where we are this week
Yeah,
in
man,
athletics.
It's been a good week. Volleyball beat Crandall on Tuesday night, big district win. So congratulations to Coach Strother and those girls. And then they topped it off tonight, beat Kaufman tonight.
Wow.
Right over here in Tiger Gym in 4 sets. So 2 wins in the week for them. So congratulations to those girls. They're rolling. They'll have a home game this Tuesday against Ennis. So come out and watch them. 9th grade football beat Kaufman last night, put their record at 6-3. So things look encouraging there. Congratulations to those coaches and kids. We had a split in middle school football. 7th grade A team dropped one against Waxahachie Lythe. 8th grade picked one up. They've got one more regular season game, Coach, and then they'll move into their zone matchup playoffs the following week.
All right.
I mentioned last week, like you said, girls basketball had begun practice. Well, they're actually going to scrimmage tomorrow, if you can believe that. They'll be in Palestine. And then the boys began their practice this Wednesday.
Okay.
So boys are a week behind the girls' schedule. So a lot of exciting things going on. And then the Tigers will be on the road next week at Midlothian Heritage. Big district matchup. And then we'll come back home to finish the season off against Ennis. And I wanted to remind the folks that's a Thursday night game. So November 7th is a Thursday night. It'll be against Ennis Lions right here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium. To finish the year off, it's senior night, so we want to make sure everybody gets out and supports all these kids last time here at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium.
Are we going to be able to have that game televised? You know how sometimes Channel 33 has those televised games. Hey, I was just throwing that out there on a Thursday because they don't do it on Fridays. But
I wasn't able to broker that deal, but it's going to be on the Tiger Network.
There you go. We'll be right here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, bringing you the game.
Yeah, and in case anybody was wondering, like, why are they doing that on Thursday? It's kind of the trend now to play that last game on a Thursday night amongst the coaches wanting to do that, getting ready for teams that are going to playoffs, being able to go scout, have an extra day to heal up, rest up. So you'll see a lot of high school football games on that last week go to Thursdays.
And there's all sorts of things from year in and year out that coaches agree upon, or little increment changes that they might make, and that's one of them. And that's just an adjustment in the way coaches think nowadays, which makes a lot of sense because that does help you as a playoff team for sure.
So, a few years back, the trend was the bye week in the middle of the district schedule and then the non-district. And now, this week 10 going to the Thursdays.
Well, that's good. And just like later on in the playoffs, you begin to schedule your games according, like a Friday game or a Saturday game. Hey, let's start going Saturday because the state championship will be played with our classification on a Saturday.
Yeah, so I got a question for you. Did you miss the memo that tonight was pink out?
No, I didn't. I thought this shirt was pink.
You must be colorblind. Rusty's standing here in the back, and he's showing us he's got his pink shirt on. So I don't know. I just want to make sure.
I can't tell that thing's pink. I thought this shirt I had on was pink. I didn't check with my wife and ask her what color it is. I am colorblind, and I admitted that on air. And, our broadcast goes worldwide, so the whole world knows now.
Absolutely.
And I'm comfortable with that.
I'd be curious to know if Adam has any data on where people are linking in from.
Yeah, that would be nice to know.
Be interesting.
Yeah. At Navarro, for example, like our soccer game, we do have it across the world because we've got players from Asia, from Europe, South America. So, yeah, for sure. And you know that. You coached out there at Navarro. You know what it's like out there.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, another note, I don't know if you guys mentioned, but the band received a superior rating last week in their competition in Waco. I think we talked a little bit about that. Adam interviewed, Raymond interviewed Ricky, took all our time up.
Yeah.
Ricky Hinton, the band director, last week.
So the result was that they got a superior rating.
Superior rating, and they've advanced to an area round tomorrow.
That's great. That's fantastic. Well,
absolutely.
Good.
So congratulations to Ricky Hinton and all his crew over there with the band program, doing great things. And so they've advanced to the next round in their band competition.
Fantastic. That's why we're doing our little interview here while the Kaufman Band is performing. We want everyone to have the opportunity to enjoy our superior rated band.
Award-winning.
Award-winning. There you go, led by Ricky Hinton and his staff. Well, Coach,
Absolutely.
thanks.
You bet.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks for having
everything.
me, and you guys have a great call in the second half.
Absolutely.
Bring us a win.
We will. We certainly will. We'll take a break now so everybody can enjoy the Corsicana High School Tiger Band, the award-winning, superior-rated Tiger Band led by Ricky Hinton and his crew. And then once the band has done their performance, we'll come back and bring you the second half of this game as the Corsicana Tigers continue on their trek to beat the Kaufman Lions.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to the sideline opposite of the press box. Corsicana Independent School District is proud to present the award-winning Calico's Dance Team.
Your All-American officers from left to right are Senior Lieutenant Ayana Wilson, Senior Lieutenant Abby Lothal, Senior Lieutenant Cassandra Hernandez, Senior Lieutenant Jamiah Willis, Senior Lieutenant Tamia Jackson, Senior Lieutenant Catherine Thomas, and in the center, the captain, Senior Elisa Sanchez.
Social officers for the dance team are Junior Riley Dunn, Junior Canyon Sestak, Junior Jaden Jones, Junior Whitney Otto, Senior Gianna Knox, Senior Elon Solis, and Senior Head Social Officer Kevin Thomas. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Alyssa Dow. The Dancer of the Week is Aaliyah Falcon. The Calicos are under the direction of Brady Lassie, Elizabeth Kelsey, and Sonia Rollins. Tonight, the Calicos will perform a fast-paced, high-energy pong routine to Runaway Baby. for Boot Buyers. Custom Tees, Marvin Brown, Brinson Ford Lincoln, Valvoline Express Care, McKee Lumber Company, Keep Me, Hometown Medical Associates, Greenworks Printing, Corsicana Oral and Facial Surgery, Dusty's Landscape and Fence Company, Watkins Construction Company, Eagle Auto, Auto Valley, Winners Oil Company, New History Ford and Cleaning Service, Airbank, Royal Title, and Griffin Rock and Funeral Home. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Corsicana High School Tiger Marching Band. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their UIL program entitled 13, which depicts a retelling of the Apollo 13 space mission. Drum makers for the Tiger Band are Marissa Flores, Jashawn Lloyd, Angie Ferrales, and Cassidy Coleman. The Tiger Band is under the direction of Mr. Ricky Hinton, Nathan Williams, Michael Ballou, Billy Murray, Nicholas Smith, and Chloe Messersmith. We encourage you at this time to sit back and enjoy the showcase of spirit and pride, the Corsicana Tiger Marching Band. We wish the band well as they make their way to Pflugerville tomorrow morning for area marching band contest. We invite everybody to come out to the driveway of the band hall for another big send-off at 7:30 a.m. The section of the week is the baritones. The band members of the week are Havana Hernandez, Anahi Esparza, Yasmin Robbins, and Juan Luna. The band would like to thank their current sponsors, Mirabank, Riot, HEB, and Hometown Medical Associates. They'd also like to thank Stephanie Howell, the CISD School Board, and CHS Administration for all their support.
You know, I did.
We would like to wish
I did too.
Corsicana and Kaufman Band
I'm
good
ready
luck
if you guys
in
are
area
ready.
competition tomorrow. Go band! And here come your Corsicana Tigers.
We good? All right, back here as we get ready for halftime, get a scoring update here. At the World Series, it's the Dodgers 1-0 over the Yankees, and that is top of the sixth.
Steve Garvey, Ron Say, that crew, right?
Yeah, Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Man, the most common World Series matchup, by the way, Dodgers and Yankees.
And the one we're used to.
Yeah, that is definitely old school matchup.
They sure were.
How about some scores around the district here, Coach? We got Midlothian Heritage up 28-0 at halftime over Mesquite Poteet. Crandall up 24-14. That shows with 2 minutes left in the second quarter over Ennis. Terrell up 28-7 over Greenville. So those are the area, the district scores.
Yep.
I got a Mildred and Curran score of 3-0. Surely that's got to be updated since then. Rice down big to Cedar Hill TLC, and Dawson up over Valley Mills 22-0. And this says Blooming Grove 2, Dallas Gateway 0.
That means forfeit.
That's what it has to mean, right?
Yes.
There's no way you win a game 2-0.
And those charter schools aren't always reliable.
They don't always show up.
No,
huh?
no, they don't.
Or have a team.
No.
All right, well, the Tigers are going to have to kick it off here, and they're going to need to stop. They do not need to go down any more than the two scores they are now. So Tigers are ready. Looks like we're going to have a short approach from Zuniga on the kickoff. So assume it's going to be a pooch.
Yeah,
and here we go. There's the kick. And it's a semi-pooch in between. They go back and catch it on the 20 with a fair catch. So, again, too far in front of the back guy, so he can't get that running start, and you get the second guy having to go backwards. So,
yeah, that was
pretty
a
good
great
execution, right?
Yeah, it was perfectly placed. You got that dead spot in that area right there. Your deep return men are more toward the hash, and they shift everybody forward because what they, if one of those guys catches the ball, they've got numbers up front that they're picking people off, and they're going to do a quick blocks right there and try to open a seam and get the guy through.
Well, here we go. Kaufman comes out with the ball at the 25-yard line. We'll take over from there. The Tigers got 2 receivers stacked on this side. A new cornerback in the game for the Tigers, number 27, Alexander Hernandez. Going to hand off up the middle. Got a little seam. Going to have yardage for a first down as they get right to the 35, and a quick start here for the Kaufman Lions.
Boy, that was a quick start right there. Now hopefully everybody's got their first shoulder pad connection, face mask connection, and they've energized because it can be tough coming in or coming out from the field house and energizing yourself right here.
I don't think 27 is Alexander Hernandez. He's listed as a defensive lineman. There's a handoff on the jet sweep. Tigers push it out. It's going to be a loss on the play. Good job out there by that right side. Is that Frank Jackson?
No, that's Lopez, isn't it?
Lopez,
yep.
Josiah Lopez, yes.
And he has had his hands full all night long with Kaufman's left tackle. He is a big boy. He's 6'3". He looks like he's 270.
Large young man.
He is.
Yeah, I think he looks bigger than that, man. He's a big boy right there.
Mr. Lopez has had his hands full, and a great job right there making a big play.
2nd and 14. Again, they're going to hand it off this time on straight away. Tigers, Cornejo, you see his big jersey right there in the middle of stuff and bringing him down.
Looks like Escamilla was in there.
Yeah.
Crompton was in there. We had some front 7 action going right there, and that's good.
Man, that is good.
Lopez was in there.
You got 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12 here.
Ooh, I like that.
Man, got to make a play, right? This really can help get you back in the ball game.
We woke up.
So 3rd down.
Now let's just continue that wake up.
Got to stop Burleson here, the quarterback. Look for 15. Send a man out wide, looking to throw him. Throwing on the slant. Tigers are right there. They hit him. Boots.
And he's short.
Betts hit him. He's short. They're going to mark it at just past the 45. They got to get to the 46. Got to think they'll go for it right here. On 4th and less than a yard.
This is when that quarterback sneak will kick in. Let's see.
So good job right there. But, man, he is so patient to let those things open up and very accurate. So a big 4th down. Again, they're going to go empty. They're going to overload to the right here. Bring a man in motion. They hand it off to him. Oh, man, they almost make the play. We'll have the first down.
With our linebackers up in there in the A gaps, B gaps, and then there with the front, we don't have that inside-out help right there. We forced it quickly like we needed to from a DB, but we just didn't have that linebacker scraping off the edge to make the play because we've got to take away the first threat, and that's the quarterback sneak right there.
Well, they haven't run the sneak yet out of that, by the way. They've gone wide every time.
They tried it down there at the goal line when he kind of fumbled it.
Yes,
and we stuffed it.
You're right. So 1st down now for the Tigers. They've done a good job forcing 4th downs, but haven't always been able to get that stop. Fake the handoff, looking back to the backside. Now he's going to move outside, looking down the field, and, man, great route running right there. Again, his quarterback was in trouble. He breaks the route outside, and Miles, right? Algier Miles right there. Algier Miles.
Algier.
Makes a really nice hookup right there with his quarterback.
Yeah, and I can't remember if we talked on the air about it, but we might have. But they have thrown the ball to each other so many times in a summer and spring and, even during the season. So they're very well connected and got a great relationship, and it shows by the quarterback coming out of the pocket and what routes are run after that.
So fakes the handoff, throws it outside.
Wrap
and
up.
Tigers, a couple of guys there can't get him down. Tigers will rally and get him down, but not till after he gets the first down. And again, they're moving down inside the red zone.
Brown was there early, and, he beat his block, and then just his angle of trying to make a play just couldn't. He kind of got pushed in the back, but that ain't no big deal. But then we've got to be able to the second connection needs to be the final connection, and we need to be able to bring him down at that point in time instead of giving him an opportunity to make another 10 or 15.
Got to have some help inside there as he turns to the back end. So
got an empty set.
Man, they got everybody
tight end,
all student body to the right side here. Going to they bring a man back to the left. Drop him back.
Tight end, watch that tight end.
Got him slinging, throwing to the seam route. Going to be too far. Had a little open space right there, but unable to connect.
And we had 2 on 3, it looked like, in that case. 2 on 3.
That's part of the formation, right? They bring that guy in motion to leave you shorthanded?
Well, it sure did. Either that or we got confused in the coverage because I saw coaches out there talking to them and guys walking towards them like, listening to what they're saying. But, yeah, we were compromised there big time. So, thank goodness it was an overthrow.
So, we got 2nd and 10 now from the 12. Going to hand it off to the running back right there. He's met near the line of scrimmage. He's going to push up, get 3 up to the 9. So, it'll be 3rd down here.
Got Lopez, Walker. Cornejo was in there a little bit.
It feels like we've been able to make plays in these situations, but, you end up with short yardage to go here. And they all end up being 4 down territory.
They sure do. Yeah.
So you got 3rd and 7. Loss on the, one of those negative plays would be nice. I got one down here earlier.
Okay.
Looking back now, he's pressured, going to roll out to the right. He's rolling. He throws it back to the middle. He's got a man. It's overthrown as he was able to sneak behind the coverage, but a little too much to get that one on the run. It's going to be 4th down and 7.
Escamilla was watching the quarterback, and that's how the tight end was able to slide in behind him because he never saw the guy. He was on in coverage, so he's a blur, and he knows he's a different color, but his eyes were fixated on that quarterback.
So 4th down and 7, keeping the offense on the field.
Let's make a big play
They can get a 1st down without scoring.
Oh, he's
look at the
open.
seam. He's right there. That H-back coming through. And, again, that's something that got us Hallsville.
That's the 3rd time, I want to say, in this little series right here that they've tried to get the ball to the tight end.
Yep.
And that time we had nobody on him. So that was a free little shot right there. They just stayed patient and kept coming back to him and coming back to him, and finally it got to us.
So 34-14 now. Extra point attempt coming. Snap, hold, kick. Looks good.
It's up and good.
So 35-14 now as the Tigers go down with 8:12 to go. Let's take a quick break right here, and we'll be back for the kickoff coming up after this.
Hello, Corsicana ISD. My name is Verlina Bodie, and I'm the new principal at Bowie Elementary. I'm looking forward to a great year. I'm a servant leader, and I'm ready to support our students, faculty, staff, and families in the Corsicana community. Our goal at Bowie is to foster a positive learning environment for all students. We know that we have the future leaders of the world entering our building. It is also a goal to encourage our students to be the change they want to see in the world. Our teachers and our staff are dedicated to growing.
All right, we have the kickoff coming up. Tigers need to score badly here, down 35-14, and in just about 5 or 6 minutes of game action, this game has changed quickly. So
yes, just a snowball effect. Things got bigger and bigger over that time period.
So here's the kick. Again, pooch kick out there. C.J. Davis catches it 35. Will be hit immediately. Tigers will have the ball around 37 or 38. And as we said, scoring right here really is essential.
It is. Putting a drive together and eating up some time right here so we don't give the ball back to them and give them the opportunity, because now they're in a mode where they're able to move the ball down the field on us, and we haven't slowed them down like we did early on in the game. And so the tendency now, you think, is we need to put something together here so we can keep the defense off the field and drive the ball down, and let's put some points on the board, because we go from we score 14 points so quick.
Well, here we go with the same offensive group we started the game with. Mark Brown comes in motion. Going to fake the handoff to him. Looking to throw it downfield. Got a post running to Damon Brown. A little overthrown. He had him inside. He's got to throw him inside there, and he threw him back outside, I thought.
Yeah, and, there's different coaching points on where you want that ball to be thrown. Some of them want it thrown down the hash, and if that's the case, then Mr. Brown was running that thing more across and not up the hash, because his angle was it was not as steep. It was more flat, and that tended to make the ball go over and not be complete. I like
you want
the
to
play.
run the skinny post.
Yes.
Or you want to run.
Yeah.
Looked like the open field was out more to the right, though.
Yes,
so.
it was.
Bringing the man in motion, fakes the handoff, hands it off to Evans. Makes a man miss. He's going to get up near the first down. Should be marked around the 45. They give him a little more.
Well,
gain of at least 8 here.
Yeah, if they gave him a half yard.
Yeah,
more.
maybe
45 and a half.
Yeah, close to the 46.
Got a whole different feel about the offense with this group in here. Even after our struggles.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only struggles have been turnovers.
Yeah.
If you don't turn the ball over, you've been moving the ball. So it's third down and 1.5 yards, 2 yards. They're going to hand it off inside to Keenan Murphy. Break a tackle, going to have a first down. He's still moving the pile, get up to about the 45-yard line of Kaufman. And so we'll have their initial first down. And they have not had a 3-and-out tonight. And that was a plague in the last couple of weeks at times. And this group and the other personnel in the game at times have been able to move the ball and get first downs.
Yeah, and it's our turnovers that have acted like our punts.
Well,
if we don't have
those aren't the punts you want.
No.
Yeah.
Heck no.
Yeah,
no.
You want those.
No, sir.
Especially 2 of them were direct scores on pick sixes. So
those hurt to say.
Trips to the left side. Hand it off here. Actually, Lewis is going to keep it to the right side. Makes some man miss and pushes forward. Going to pick up another 7 or 8. And, again, a great first down run. Gets you in a good second down situation.
Oh, and I love it, too. I love the defensive shift was out to the wide side of the field. We take it back to the short side and take advantage of the formation and what it does, what they're doing defensively. They got a 3-man front right now. They've been playing a 4-man on us, and they've fluctuated back and forth from a 3-man to a 4-man. Now they've taken their big-time linebacker and moved him out to the wide side of the field.
All right, hand it off to Evans, who's been hit, met in the backfield. He moves around and gets back almost to the line of scrimmage. We'll lose a little less than half a yard, so it'll be third down now for the Tigers.
Yeah, and that's Cole Martin, that outside linebacker. He's the one that, well, he's an inside linebacker playing outside. He's got 85 tackles, pretty much 13 tackles for a loss, I think, on the year. But he's not going to defend anybody. He's just going to be in the way, because once the ball's snapped and the ball comes out toward the running back, he's coming. He's stepping down, and then if he does anything for pass, I doubt very seriously he drops. He's going to go to the quarterback. If they keep doing it, then they're doing it again.
So here we go. Turtle Lewis in at quarterback. Keenan Murphy in as the running back. Going to fake the handoff, throw it quick out there to Mark Brown. Goes up, drops the ball when he hits the ground. He had it. But, again, his legs got taken out, and the first thing that hit the ground
was the ball.
And he could not hang on to it. Made a great play. but his elbow hit and the ball popped out. So it'll be 4th down and 3. Would have been a first down.
Well, that 4th down popped up sooner because I saw it pop up, and I thought, no, that wasn't 4th down. It couldn't be. So I got a little worried there.
Big 4th and 3 here for the Tigers. Need this conversion. Trips to the left. Mark Brown, solo receiver up the top. It's going to be a quarterback sweep coming this way. Got lead blockers will have the first down.
Love it.
And just turned and got up the field. I agree with you. Just go get the first down. You know what you need to do and go get it. And he did. So.
Great job all the way around, too. I mean, we've got guys out in front. We've got linemen out in front. I'd like for him to go hit somebody and not let him run not let the
like them to see the hole as quickly as he did, right?
Yeah, so. Just get up in there. But great job because we've got guys out in front lead blocking for him. We're doing a good job of blocking out on the edge as well. So very successful play on a 4th down right there.
All right, it's first down now for the Tigers. Looking to pass, going down the field. He's got Brown. He's open. He's there. It's a touchdown. Turtle loose to Damon Brown on the go route. They've been trying to hit it all night, and that time they were able to connect it for the touchdown, and the Tigers needed that in the worst way.
Beautiful throw and catch. Free safety is no help right there, and that's just our guy making the play. God, that was a great throw.
Damon Brown, another big play for you. And he's done that all season. Tigers down 35-20. Looking to get it to 21 here with Giancarlo Zuniga, the kicker.
God, it's a good feeling to do that.
Ruiz on the hold. Gets it down. Kick is up. Drills it. And it is 21 now for your Tigers. Down 14 to Kaufman, 35-21. And again, the difference in the game is 2 pick-6 touchdowns for Kaufman. But again, another great drive. This is the best, most consistent offensive night for the Tigers. They've had a drive, multiple first downs on every drive.
Yes.
In the ballgame, even the ones with the fumble and the 2 picks. So
a great breath of fresh air, with the pick 6 right there at the end. You got a bad taste in your mouth, and you're just shaking your head trying to figure out what's going on. And then, we don't do well on our first series, but we come back and bounce back and really do a good job that series right there. The openings, the different changes that Kaufman's done defensively, it looks like to me we've exploited those, and we made adjustments to it, so it's really paying off for us in our offensive adjustments. So defensively now we just need to really kick it in and dig deep, and let's make something big happen. Let's get a pick 6. Let's fumble. Let's get a fumble and get the ball back to our offense. It's doing very, very well.
Well, let's check in with Chuck. Is Chuck with us?
Chucky
all right, Chuck.
Fresh is.
I'm here. I'm talking to Coach Doring about that trivia answer, and I just went through
all
the
90s
years.
Huh? Is it the 90s?
Well, okay, so 82, y'all were what, 14-2, and 83 is 8-1-4, 84 is 12-4, 85 is 11-1.
Onside kick, big bounce.
We get it?
It's on. Tigers got a shot.
I think we got it.
Tigers are jumping up like they got it. Tigers acting like it. I hadn't seen an official sign, but Tigers have the ball. What an execution on the onside kick. Sorry, Chuck. Big bounce right there. Turtle Lewis knocks it away from the receiving team. And right there is that
Hector Cervantes
nice.
is the one that came out with the football.
Great job right there.
That's your mat drill stuff.
Yeah, you got it.
When you wrestle with a ball and try to take it away, you get down in the bottom. And
I think Lopez took it away. I think he took it away from Lopez. 2 Tigers down there fighting for that ball. You got to love that, baby.
Yes.
All right, Chuck. How about that? Now the Tigers got a little momentum on their side.
I tell you what, they have not given up. 3 turnovers and be within 2 scores. They didn't give up starting the game after last week. So yeah, absolutely. What's fun to watch?
All right, Tigers with the ball at the 47-yard line of Kaufman. Bringing a man in motion is Mark Brown. Looking to throw it again. Throwing the tunnel screen to Damon Brown. Makes a man miss, but there's nowhere to go. So he'll only pick up a yard on the play.
Yeah, those you got to block. You got to make that block, period. I wouldn't want anybody to, pat their head or say, hey, man, I'm sorry. I'd be saying, hey, look, dude.
Go block, man.
Go block. Go block, period.
Help us out. All right.
Yeah.
2nd and 9 here. Tigers with its same unit on the field offensively. I love the onside kick and the execution of it.
They lined up in it, and I thought, really? We're going for it, and we did a great job. Big bounce, that's it. The big bounce.
Yes, and then getting after it. Going to hand it off to Murphy. Makes the man miss. He's going to be up there near first down, and he pushes forward. We'll have the first down. He continues to push the pile. That guy, he moves the pile now.
He moved the pile right there, and he got some big help from Mr. Mark Brown as well.
Yeah.
He was acting as the pusher right there and did a great job helping him get there. That hesitation, that blows my mind that he can hesitate. Nobody's closing in on him, and then he finds that gap, and he's able to run right through it.
All great running backs have that patience in the hole, right? Or that have that hesitation and see it and are able to feel that hole. So here's a first down now for the Tigers at the 32-yard line of Kaufman. Trying to get this game going again. Going to hand it off here to Murphy coming to the right side. Got to make a man miss, but there's too many to miss that time as they swarm him. Going to be about a yard on the gain. It's a late play. They're calling the ball.
Yeah, they've already got him marked at the line of scrimmage, so it's not something there. When you get in that situation and you see there's not any blocking, it's just time to get what you can get and not try to stretch things out because you get yourself in predicaments that you don't need to be in.
Get you twisted up. There's a shoe on the field.
Yep.
I don't know whose that is. So it's 2nd down now. Tigers come out, 2nd and 10. Trips to the left side. Single receiver up top. There's a snap. Looking to throw. Going to be pushed outside the left. He's looking down the field. He throws. It's tipped.
Oh.
And trying to hit the inside crosser right there.
Brown was open. If he could just relax on that and see Brown, oh my goodness, there's another and that was one, just throw it up and let him catch it because DB is 7 to 8 yards. The safety's not even close. But, you got a bunch of action. You got a bunch of things moving fast, and that game's got to be slow for you in order to see those kind of things. So,
and he hadn't been playing quarterback much this season. He's played it at spurts, but not really, especially in the passing game.
Yeah. So it's flashes and it's fast.
He can throw a nice ball. We've seen that. 3rd down and 10. Swing it out to Brown. Got one man to beat. Get a seam there, and he's going to get
first down.
But it is a first down at the inside the 20 to the 19. Good job blocking out there. Who was that on the receiver?
Ruiz.
Attaboy, Pete.
Man, watch it here. Watch Pete
swing
get
it out
locked
right
up.
there.
Yes,
Blocks
sir.
him out on the kick out right there.
Well, and
right there,
CJ did a good job with his defender as well. So we had 2 great blocks that gave Mark the opportunity to use his ability and get that first down.
Big first down right there on
play.
3rd and 10. So it's first down for the Tigers at the 19. Trips to the right side. Going through the fade out here. Throw it up. Damon Brown. Too much. So we'll redo it here, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that one. You just got to.
With the position of the defender, you might like to see that stop fade right there.
Yeah, just
throw
throw
it behind him.
Yeah, just throw it shorter. But once again, you've got to have those reps, and I'm sure in practice, Brown's by those people. He's just throwing it up. Yeah.
You read the defender. If he's above your receiver, you throw it short, and if he's on your backside, you throw it to the back corner.
That's it.
So 2nd and 10, hand it off, coming to the left side, and got a little seam. Mark Brown right there, he gets through, and will score a touchdown. Mark Brown, first time we've seen him play running back tonight, and he cashes in for a touchdown. 2 big plays by him. First down conversion on 3rd and 10 on the swing pass, and then the run right there for the touchdown. 19-yard touchdown run for Mark Brown.
Rusty, he lowered his shoulders and squeezed through a little area, and then they ain't tackling him. They ain't close. I'm really surprised at the tackling of Kaufman. I figured that there would be they'd do a whole lot better job of it. And to me, I don't think they've done a very good job of it because we've been able to run through tackles.
And we got some guys running hard tonight.
Yes, we do.
and spreading the load. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. All good. It's a 7-point game now, 35-28.
Man,
as the Tigers
unreal.
close the gap.
I love it.
All right, you kick it deep this time, right?
I'm still pooching that thing there.
Yeah,
let me see.
you're not unsiding it again.
Hold up. The wind's blowing. Yeah, let's kick it.
Well, I mean,
Go
you're
deep.
not onside kicking.
No.
I guess is my point. So.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good about what's going on. You hate to end that momentum, man. It doesn't matter what I do. I did it. And so
well,
what?
it would be fun to get the ball back
Yes,
without
it would.
giving them the ball
Yeah,
and giving them
sure
an option. Taking away possessions, because we had possessions taken away with those turnovers. And so, man, just the response.
Oh.
And again, this is not uncommon. We've fought into games, and we have been second half in the games, and we are in the game right now, 1:17 to go. And again, you go back to that stinking interception return for a touchdown with just seconds left in that half.
And I'll go further back to the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Either one
Tip
of
ball
them.
or
yeah. Hey, my
gotta
shirt
catch.
looked pink. I was
No,
just saying it was pink.
it's great. It's great.
It is.
Oh, and while we're
is.
talking about I'm wearing pink, you see the signs, you were showing it in the store.
Yes.
I'm wearing pink
Yes.
for Todd Wills. So there you go. There's a pooch kick caught fumbled at the 25. They picked it up. And now he's breaking the tackles. You got to get him down.
He put his hands up.
He did look like he put his
up.
hands up. And he's still going. They finally get him out. But you're right. I thought he first caught the ball.
I did too.
So
I thought, that was deceptive.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, he did. That left hand.
it was enough. Should have been. 1:08 to go here.
Well.
As they took over in the third, they're going to mark it around the 46.
Yeah, we needed to do our part and do a better job of getting. We went back to our everybody's going to the ball situation instead of staying in our lanes and maintaining leverage. I'd love for those outside guys that the ball's getting pooched to get on down the field and become direct, immediate threats. But he's got time to fumble the ball, pick it back up,
and I
then
think
take up
the
all
ball
the way
being
across
on the
field.
ground may have contributed to people getting out of their lanes.
Yeah, because you know what they're hearing? Ball, ball. Everybody's yelling ball.
So first down, send the man a motion away from the formation. Going to hand it off.
Hold
Tigers
on.
are right there.
Good job.
Hit him right at the line of scrimmage. Gang tackling right there. Everyone is in on the play. It should be no gain. And
Once again, Tanner Crumpton disrupting things.
Yep. First there, and then everybody gets a piece of it. So.
Man, I hope he disrupts one and makes that tackle. He's been so close
Yes,
twice specifically.
So 2nd and 10 for your Tigers. 39 seconds, 35 seconds and counting here.
Oh, okay.
What you got there, Coach?
Well, now he's moved in motion.
So it's twins to the right. Fakes the handoff, looking to pass, rolling to his right. Throws it underneath, and it's caught. Man, Walker was almost able to get on that. It's going to be a little short of the first down, about a yard.
You know, he's running. In essence, he's really going for the quarterback. He's taking off and going to the quarterback there because our backside linebacker is running through. But it'd be great. That's when, as a linebacker, you just run through. When number 3 comes off, you just jack him up, knock him down.
Get through him to the quarterback.
Yes, to the quarterback. You take that threat away.
So 3rd down in a yard. Going to hand it off, and he'll have the first down by a few yards. Going to get up to the 40, so gains of 4. And they've been in short yardage situations on 3rd and 4th down all night, it feels like.
Yeah. I'm sorry, boys and girls. That play right there, number 20 tight end, I felt like held Lopez because he's got his arms inside, and it's almost like he's picking him up. And I know Lopez is not that light.
So it's going to be first down here from the 40.
That's I'm done with that.
And that's going to do it here for the third quarter. It's 35-28. Tigers making this an exciting game. Let's take a quick timeout. Be back for the fourth quarter after this.
They were the Region 2 5A semifinalists. The only district loss was to the eventual state champion. Nick Calafiore and Corbin Hall on bringing Tiger tennis to an impressive 40 consecutive years of making a district playoff run. Tiger tennis is serving up wins. Would you join with me this evening and once again congratulate our amazing Tiger tennis program?
All right, we are back here starting the fourth quarter. Tiger defense out. Kaufman will have a first down at the 40. Tigers have cut this lead to 7 with the onside kick. Now then, they need a stop, Coach. Got to get a stop right here.
Right here, we got to get one.
So Burleson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throwing it to the out route. Tigers underneath cut it. Was that who's that underneath that?
That's Frank, isn't it?
Frank Jackson. Yeah, the linebacker was able to get out in that flat. How about that?
Yeah,
Coach?
that is I am just tickled to death on that
Flag
play.
on the play.
Yeah, going to have a silly flag here.
Oh, come on, man.
Because they cheated? Chuck, did they cheat?
It's going to be iffy. It's 50-50.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Maybe it'll be on both then, huh?
Can't negate Frank's play.
I think it's going to be on us. I hope it's maybe 50-50 is my hunch.
Well,
who instigated the conversation out there? Which official? Oh, man, here they come.
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 73. Number 31. Those penalties would offset.
No flag.
Yeah, offset. All right, Chuck. So about as best you could hope for right there, huh?
Yeah, based on what I saw, the reaction, I think they thought it was going to go against us. So we'll take that and then keep going, see if we get a turnover or a stop.
Okay, and well, hopefully we don't make any more of those silly mistakes. And as we see a substitution there, is that involving as a result of that play, maybe?
Well, that's Mr. Lopez coming back in.
Yeah. He got to come back in because his helmet came off.
Okay, good. Oh, man, on the draw play, he almost gets the steps out of that, but he still picks up another couple yards. Going to get it to third and fairly short here, 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go again. I told you I was off of it. I'm not off of it. Not after what I saw. 20's got our guy down, and his hands are on, his shoulders and his chest and his ribs. So he's not taking him from where the ball was and turning him around and driving him back if he's not holding. That
pretty
joker's
firm
over.
grasp, huh?
Yeah. Dang. And he gets up like he's somebody. Come on.
3rd down and 4. Man in motion, going to hand it off to the running back. He's up there. He will have a first down. Gets it down to the 28-yard line.
You folks that are watching on TV, watch number 20 display. Look where his hands are. Outside part of the pads up high. All he does is stand up and just grab the outside part of the defensive end's pads. Hey, check him at home and just see what you think.
It's first down here.
These are some of the calls, Rusty, that we don't get.
Yes.
You talked about.
We have not been getting a lot of them. Fakes the handoff, throwing inside to the receiver. It's caught. Will be another first down as they take it inside the red zone down to the 12-yard line. Getting some chunks now.
They are. And all I keep thinking in my mind is what Coach Rogers said in his, coach's show is, we're going to start fast and finish strong. So we've got to finish strong here. I know that's what he's clapping and encouraging them with.
And they have shown no concern about kicking field goals. They've gone for it on 3rd and long, 4th and long. So fake the handoff, doing a little bootleg to the right, hitting the man coming across the formation. He's tackled. I believe that's Damon Brown or Betts over there. I can't tell.
That was Brown.
Brown, okay.
on the tackle.
But got a lot of yardage out of it.
And Mark Brown there to finish it off. Yeah, he did. He got it.
They're going to be just short, a yard short.
He got more than I was hoping for.
Yes, going to mark it at 3 or the 4.
Looks like the 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
Because he's got to get to the 2 3/4, maybe. That's just a guesstimation from where we sit. All right, get width.
There's a handoff inside and makes a move.
Good play.
Hit by Alan Walker, but as he slung him down, got a little bit extra out of that. That's the running back, number 33, Mateo Carrillo. And Alan Walker doing a good job filling that hole. That's a big body, short, big body running back right there. He does get a first down.
Good job by Allen filling the hole. Good job by Mark Brown defending and maintaining his position. That's just a sign that, things, once you get more experience, we go through an off season. When we finish those tackles, we're going to finish on their side of the line of scrimmage.
Working out a shotgun, hands it off to the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Met inside quickly, and great job right there. I believe that's Escamilla.
And Walker's in there. Walker is active tonight. Man, I'm loving it.
Good job right there. Be a loss on the play. The linebacker's coming through big time right there. He's going to mark it back to the 2.
Looked like Mr. Crumpton was down, scrambling and staying low and creating a pile there. Man, that's good defense. Let's go.
So 2nd down and 2. Now they're going under center. Bring the man in motion. Hand it off to the running back. And again, got the blitz right there from Escamilla, but he was able to sidestep it and get in for a touchdown. An 11-play drive for a touchdown.
Man, it was nice to see him come through, but, you just wish you'd hope he'd make that play. But man, it's tough for a big man to come through full speed ahead and then try
make an adjustment.
Yes. When you've got a more agile and better lateral runner being able to move a little bit there.
There's the kick, and it looks good, and it is. Back to a 14-point game here. It's 42-28. Advantage Kaufman. And again, the difference in the game, those 2 pick sixes.
Yeah. And so, it put us to play behind, and we know that. We've just got to do a good job in this series to get down there and get, quite frankly, we need 7 points.
Got to keep scoring.
Yeah.
Got to keep scoring, right? You go score this one and get you another onside kick or get you a stop, something.
Yes.
And like I said, the only stops really in this ball game, we stopped them on downs once, and then we stopped ourselves with 3 turnovers. And that's it.
That's it, yes. This is the best in my opinion, even with the defeat of Cleburne game 1, this is the best overall game that we've played besides our turnover mistakes. And I know, we can say that, but coaches they're going to be very proud of the adjustments that they had coming in to this game, which is fantastic. They really paid off for them, put a lot of time and effort in it, and they ought to be proud of the way the boys are playing tonight.
8:08 to go here in the ball game. Tigers down 2 scores. There's a short kick. Going to kick it in front. That time Davis has got a fall on it, and we do.
Good.
We'll have the ball. Not great field position as they kicked it a little shorter that time and took a tough bounce on us.
I'm sorry, that guy that kicks off, I don't know if he's not a poocher or he's not a very good kicker, but that pooch that he does is very productive. It can be those, when you pooch kick, you always make some good ones, but those bad ones like that, especially ones that end up short and you've got people that got to go full speed and catch a ball, and there's so many things going on in a player's mind when they've got to run full speed forward and these other guys are running full speed at them. And then, my buddy didn't even block that guy.
Well, I'll point out here, it's first down again. A great effort in production offensively tonight. But we've got about probably 8 guys. They're going both ways for a lot of this night. There's a quick pass, throwing the deep ball. Got Mark Brown running by the receiver, by the defender, and he catches it and we'll be down here inside their territory. Where are they marking? At around the 30, and right at the 30-yard line. Big throw and catch right there, as the Tigers will have it.
I love that because Mark Brown's doing it against the dude.
They give us the 30, and we step out about the 33, by the way.
That's good.
So, not a good spot by the officials that time, but it benefits us. So it's first down for the Tigers. Gonna fake the handoff, and again, trying to go this way. This time it's in double coverage. Well kept. Covered, and that's interference. Yep, in the goal, in the end zone. Don't we get the ball at the 2?
Should.
That's what happened to us. So again, the safety never looked for the ball. He just came over and hit the receiver.
Just pushing him. That's all. They're saying, "Hey, number 3, get to the other side." They're picking on you.
13-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And number 3's the one that does all the first down stuff and puts his hands on his hips and does the incomplete sign. He did that in our end zone, did the first down.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the interference in the end zone.
Well,
we did that. They got the ball at the 2.
Where was that? Is that in Terrell?
That was against Crandall here.
Oh.
And that's going to be a keep by Lewis coming the right way. Got a relief blocker. If he'd cut it back inside, he might have got a little more, but he got plenty, and we'll be up near a first down. Going to be at, what's that, around the 7, it looks like.
Folks, look at this pull by Mr. Cornejo.
Boom!
Yes.
That's your center out there doing that. Great job. And he got another block right there on 15. So
yes, it's those kind of things that make things run.
Second and 2. Turtle Lewis gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's coming right side. We'll have another. Oh, the ball! Ball's out.
Oh,
was he in?
Nope. They ain't giving it to him.
There was nobody on the goal line. They don't know if he's in.
Nope. They're going to call it a touchback.
They're going to talk. What do we got?
They're going to call it a touchback.
Let's see. Look, here's the replay. Right there. He's trying to get in. Yep. It's reaching out too far.
Yes.
I think he's in.
Yeah, but I
don't know if he had control.
And I don't think that there was
What do you
anybody.
think, Chuck? What do you think, Chuck?
He's in. I don't know if we're going to get the call.
No.
Chuck was there.
Rolling on
yeah, we didn't get that call.
Covered by the defense in the end zone. He also plays a touchback.
Yeah, not getting it. Man.
Oh, man. So, Chuck, you were there. He was definitely in.
I did. I bleed blue and gold, but I'm standing right here.
And again, if I'm not on the line, I probably would call him not in. But right there, it looks like he is definitely in because it's the hit coming from the outside that knocks the ball out. And he was late. It wasn't the hit on the legs. He had possession of the ball there. But, man, that's tough. And you don't get a replay. Here's a better look as you see it going right there. Good block again by Cornejo, by the way.
Kind of hyperextended his leg there, too.
So right there is when he gets hit. This guy coming from behind hits him on his shoulders are in.
Yeah, but they're not going to change it.
And they can't use replay. So
no. And then the line judge stayed at his spot. He didn't move down with everything because – we didn't have anybody on our end of it to make that call.
How is he not moving with the ball? Coach Rogers rightfully upset.
Yeah.
So Kaufman takes over here with a chance to ice this game, to hand it off, and a good run up to the 30-yard line. And again, he can't catch a break from call standpoint, really.
No, and that's tough because you want that line judge right there to move
follow
down.
the play, right?
Yeah, to move down with him.
He's also the guy who gave us a good spot. He gave us about 3 extra yards because he was so far down the field he didn't know where we went out of bounds.
Yeah.
So first down and 10 here for Kaufman, and again our 7 minutes on the clock. Again, another handoff, and right now, after Tigers just getting worn down.
Yeah, we've got some, Cornejo came off. It looks like he's, I don't don't know. I don't even see him. Maybe I don't see him because he's not on the field.
Yeah, we got somebody else working out at center.
Oh, I see him now. Here he comes.
Attaboy.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't see him.
All right, so clock is winding down here. I wouldn't imagine they're going to get in too big a hurry now.
No.
Got a full house backfield, 2 backs and a wing next to the quarterback. Going to hand it off, running the sweep to the right side. He's trying to outnumber you. And a great job out there.
And he got held and made it.
Damon Brown.
Yes.
Guy's just a football player now. He just keeps getting better every week.
Watch and see if he gets held. Oh, I'm sorry. He got kind of pulled down, huh?
Yeah, and he got off of that and was able to get the running back down. Good job right there.
Of course, you can call holding on every single play.
Every single play.
I have got to get off my soapbox on that holding. But you can call it every single play. You really could. So.
Well, agreed. But when it's at the point of attack, that's when you need to be focused on calling it. If it's 10 yards away from the football, you know, it doesn't bother me if you let something go. Looking down the field, throws the in route, and a great break on the ball right there by Betts. Getting in the way, knocking it down, not really giving a clear line to Miles. And it's 4th down.
Yeah, really played that well. And Frank Jackson was out here with the flat route. He had position on it, which was great as well. So that was well played as far as our coverage goes.
Surely they're going to punt with a 14-point lead. You don't want to.
No,
they're going to give us a short field.
They feel too confident.
All right, 4th down. Big 4th down for your Tigers right here. 4th and 6. Now they're going to drop back, high snap, get it off, and he kicks it. There's nobody deep. It's going to be a great punt.
And get away. Just get away from it.
Fortunately, they didn't get much of a bounce. Tigers will get it at the 19-yard line.
Well, there I was being a smarty pants, saying, they're too confident. They don't think we can do it. But hey, we can move the ball down. Yep. You saw how fast we got down there initially with the pass to Mark Brown, but hey, here we go.
Golly, that hurts not getting that touchdown down there. And again, you want to be careful, you know, teaching the young guy about holding the ball out, trying to score, because it's going to be 1st down. You got 4 chances. But, man, that instinct to make a play, you know,
that's good.
That you want guys who want to make a play. And Coach Rogers is good-naturedly giving the field judge a hard time right there. And he's smiling, field judge is. So he knows Coach Rogers is right. He knows they didn't get in position to make that call. So it's 1st down here for the Tigers. They got 5:22 to go. They need 2 scores to get this tied up. Dropping back to pass, looking down the field. Going to be pressured. He's got room. He's coming to the right side. He cuts it back to the middle. Coming back outside now to the 30. Going to get out of bounds around the 33 or 34-yard line. Will be a 1st down here for the Tigers.
Man, that was a very nice job right there at the quarterback spot.
Yes, sir. He just looked so confident up there. Well, he hadn't played a lot in the last 3 years.
No, that's just backyard football. You know,
seniors. That's a senior who's been out on the football field, period.
Yeah.
Makes a difference.
So we call everybody and go to Collins and play tackle football.
Yes, sir. 1st down. Going to hand it off to Keenan Murphy coming to the left side. Met by a number of tacklers right there. Not going to get much. Going to get a yard out of it. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, he's done so well following his lead blockers right there. I mean, he had a chance with Mr. Reese, because I'm gonna take Murphy over. It looked like maybe number 3. It wasn't number 3. Somebody else. But I'm gonna take Murphy as number 2. I'll take Murphy's ability over number 2's ability anytime.
Well, scoring update from the World Series. It's now 2-1 Yankees, top of the 8th. So we can get you some.
Did Roy White hit a home run? Bring in Chris Chambliss?
Oh, my goodness. Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, 2nd and 9. Trips to the left side. Going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep it. And, again, man, good job by the defense this time. Nowhere to go. Is going to be to lose a yard back to the 34.
Yeah, we pulled and tried to trap, and we just didn't pick people up. So.
No real updates on this app. So
it's 3rd and long. So we've got to have a play to get us 5 or 6.
That's right. You don't have to get it all, but you got to get something, right?
Yes.
All right, Mildred and Kearns are tied at 20 in the fourth quarter.
Okay, now that's...
Yeah, Dawson 30-8 final in their game. They win. Heritage up big with a victory at 49-0. Going to swing it out to Mark Brown.
Oh, just keep running.
Yep. And that time they did a really good job of running through and losing yardage on the play back to the 31. The Crandall up big over in Mark Brown. 38-14 over Ennis. And Terrell up big, 56-7 over Greenville. So that goes back to that Greenville game. If we played like this last week, we win by 3 or 4 scores.
Yes, no doubt.
So got a big fourth down here for the Tigers. This is going to be it. Last ditch effort, 2:55. We're going to call a timeout, I'm sure, and we are.
We did.
All right, Chuck, what are you going to run right here? You in the huddle? Are you going to listen to what Dinky's going to call here?
Well, I think you ought to go deep. And my buddy John Higgs has been with the Almanac. His apprentice got a quick opinion on the game so far.
We've been playing really well, and I'm very proud of how we performed. In my opinion, it's the best game we ever played.
Well, there you go, guys. And he's ever played this season. I'm with him. I think you got to go deep here. You got to put the ball in your best hands, Mark Brown, and let him make a play.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good option. Damon Brown or Mark Brown, one of the Brown brothers would probably be a pretty good choice, don't you think?
I think so. Run those crossing routes, throw it to a crosser, do the little hook and ladder on the other one, and he takes off, and down you go.
There you go.
Just, because it's 4th and 14.
Yeah, about 13 or 14 here. We got to get some yardage on the play,
yes.
And getting tackled before the sticks is not an option. So here's the snap coming to Lewis. He drops. He's going to roll to the right, looking down the field. Got pressure. Just throw it. Trying to make a man miss, and there's just too much there, and you didn't really have anybody under in a shorter route to get it to, and there was just nowhere to go with the ball.
Nowhere to go with the ball. Got a lot of pressure from the backside, so thankfully, Turtle's able to come out and at least be on the run to his throwing arm, but still, it's just, it's covered, and he's thinking, I don't want to throw an interception. I want to make this count, So.
Well, and the deal is when you're rolling out to the right, it gives you some time, but it also cuts your field down as to where your options to go with the ball are. And Kaufman did a really good job in coming up and from the inside and stopping his progress, not really giving him a chance to take off and run with one of his big runs that we've seen tonight.
Yeah, his arm strength is cutting half of the field from the X on the 40 over is where he'd have the ability to throw the ball.
So 2:47 to go in the game. Kaufman now looking to just put it away, and they run straight ahead. And Alan Walker, man, that's a battle like a couple of Rams out there hitting, and Alan Walker wins that one and pushes him backwards.
That is the kind of linebacker Alan Walker will become.
Yes.
That right there is a heck of a play. God, it's a heck of a play.
Young sophomore out there, he's getting a lot of great experience this season, and puts it right there. That is an old school form tackle right there.
Yes, it was.
And hey, fellas, your freshmen are on a 4-game winning streak, so
nice.
Future's coming.
6-3 freshmen, so they're going to end up with a winning record. So it is 2nd down now, and about 8 to go. Going to hand it off, running back, coming to the right side. Got a little room. Cuts it back up, and he's going to have a 1st down. And that's going to pretty well bleed out the clock, I would imagine there.
Yep, they ran that stretch play, and we didn't have any support coming to try to counter that full student body right, kind of running and blocking with those big bodies right there. So they were able to get that 1st down, and you're right, now they're going to be able to pretty much run this clock out here.
Well, it's 1st down. Time is running. It's about 1:25 now. You see the clock on your television screen as it rolls. Low snap, hands it off quickly.
Golly, hell.
Met right there. Good job.
Me calling it.
Interior.
Too late in the game.
That Crumpton right there. Yeah, they're just trying to get the clock over now.
Those officials say, hey, this is
Yeah, let's get out of here. So
I should have been off that hold anyway.
Hold
like
him.
I told you.
But they did a good job. They got through there, and he's still made at the point of attack.
Yep.
Short game.
Yep. I think this is his best game that he's played this year.
I agree. He had a batted pass. He's made lots of penetration. So a lot of new numbers out on the field too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going to take a knee, and that's going to do it. And I'll tell you what, we got some guys that are going to be tired. Played a lot of snaps in this ball game.
Yeah, and you know what? That should be a good feeling.
Yes.
You know, that ought to be something that they're proud of. I know it's tough to hit the peak early, hit a valley, and then start climbing that peak again, and then the mountain just crumbles on you. But, you know, I think their effort tonight, their execution tonight was so much better. I mean, golly, just a breath of fresh air to see this team come out and play this way.
It's like you climb that mountain, then you catch a landslide, and it takes you back down, and you got to climb back up to the top. And, you know, that's a difficult thing to do. And you see some highlights right here. Mark Brown running early in the game. You know, he had a really good night. Damon Brown had a good night. Turtle Lewis with a big night. You know, he should have had another touchdown. It should be a 7-point game. And what does it look like at a 7-point game? How does that whole change the feel, knowing you got a chance if you can get that stop? And, man, it sure would have been – I love to see us with the ball down 7. If we don't do it, we don't do it. But, you know, it would be fun to see with that chance to go down and tie it up. And I guarantee you Kaufman got out of here with a lot more of a game than they thought they were going to have when they were just looking at the schedule.
Oh, I guarantee it. You are so right. You're right. But everything that those guys worked on this week worked.
Yeah.
It worked. The players bought
You want to
into
see
it.
coaching? You want to see your coaches in work? Are we getting coached? Watch the stupid game, people. That was coaching right there. That was preparation. They came out with some alternative game plans, and guys played today. And I'm fired up to see that. And
and I really think being at home helped too.
Yeah.
2 games on the road can wear you down, and you know you've got an opportunity in one of them for sure that you're going to have a chance to win the game in Greenville. You know, with the PAT or the field goal. So, but anyway, I couldn't be more proud of the coaching staff and their changes coming out. You know, they've put in a lot of time and effort to come up with that game plan right there, because when you make wholesale changes and you're bringing new personnel groups in, you're having to teach them the plays that you want them to learn. I'm sure they're very similar to certain plays and probably have the same names, but there's little nuances within those plays that are different, and it showed tonight, and it really it was really productive. And, you know, you and I talked before the broadcast, and we talked about Kaufman having 1 loss in district play. They should feel very fortunate that they got away from here with a win.
Yeah, there's certainly a couple of those drives, especially the one where we had the fumble. We were moving the football. That was going to be a score. And then, of course, we just give them that pick 6 to end the half. And, that's 7 points. Sure wish you could have gotten back. You know, the other one's a tip ball. Those kind of things happen. But anyway, there's a lot of guys that really stepped up tonight. They competed. They played hard. I thought our offensive line had by far their best game of the season.
Yes.
I thought, defensively, again, Kaufman kind of grinded you out a little bit and mixed in the passes at times. But there are some guys we talked about had really good games. Crumpton had a good game. Cornejo. I mean, the guy he's pulling out from center, leading the way, having some great blocks, playing a lot of DT snaps, in there fighting away. Alan Walker had a great game. He's a guy who's extremely active. Damon Brown and Javon Betts at corner, I think both those guys played well. Offensively, Turtle at quarterback, he had a great game. He ran the ball extremely well, had some nice passes. Damon Brown had some big plays at receiver. Mark Brown doing his thing that he always does. Keenan Murphy getting you those gritty yards. And Christian Evans slashing through there and got some big carries for you as well. That's a lot of contributors in a game that is, like I said, you lose by 14, but it's a way more competitive game than that.
And, some of those guys that you mentioned, they play, but they've never asserted themselves on the field. And tonight, for whatever reason, they did. And they showed up, and they were you recognized the plays that they were making, and instead of them coming in, and it just it's a part of the game, and it just gets lost in all the mumbo jumbo that's out there. But you talk about Evans, and Evans to me ran the ball better than he ran the ball.
Effort. Yep.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the energy level with the change in the offense and what they came out with was big for the kids. I think mentally that was a huge piece of it. Of course, they get to wear little pieces of pink on, the uniform stuff is big with the players. And so having that, being at home, and the coaches probably coached them up, guys. This team might have lost one district game, but we can beat them. And so they came out that way, and it showed. And, everything that Coach Rogers talks about in his coaching show before we have this broadcast is, he's telling the truth. And it's about execution.
He tells you what's going on.
Yes.
He's not.
Yes.
He doesn't run from anything. He doesn't try to hide anything or cover anything up. It is what it is, and he's a football coach, man. He's going to tell you what's happening.
Yep. The execution piece was big.
Yep.
The turnovers killed us. He'll say that.
Oh yeah.
And anybody else can too. But the turnovers were the difference in the game. That's a difference in points. That's a difference in mentality. That's a difference in approach because we're not playing from behind any longer. So those turnovers that turned into points, pretty much all of them did.
They got points out of 3 of them and kept us from getting points out of another one. Well, let's go back to looking at them. Okay, a tip ball. Well, I think we should have caught the ball. But, again, tip balls happen, and those are just kind of fluke plays sometimes in a game. The fumble – first I said he was kind of loose with it. When we saw the replay, he really wasn't. He had the ball tucked.
He had it.
A guy made a good play, hit him on the elbow and the tackle, and kind of behind on the blind side. Okay, so that's a good effort on the defensive play. That happened. The second was bad. The second interception was bad.
All the way around.
Whether we ran the wrong route or we didn't know where we were throwing the ball or whatever it was, that's bad. So there's really one bad thing. And the deal at the goal line was an effort play. He's trying to score. And again, from Chuck being on the goal line, from our replays, again, they don't have those replays down on the field. It looked like he scored anyway. He had control of the ball, and it looked like he was over the line. But again, so they weren't constant. It wasn't one thing. Right. Saying we weren't just mishandling the ball, or we weren't just making bad reads on every throw. We had one bad play, out of that. But again, that's the thing that keeps you from winning the game when you're struggling.
It does.
But the thing to me, the other bright spot, and to me, that speaks to the coaches and then also to the players, you lose to Greenville. That's the game you think you're going to win, right? They haven't won a game. You don't win that game. How do you respond off of that, right, Coach? Because, you've been in those locker rooms with kids, and you've been on good teams, and you've been on teams that aren't good. And on teams that aren't good, when something goes wrong, it can go downhill. The response tonight shows you the coaches still haven't lost the locker room, that they're still building, they're still getting these kids to work toward buying in. And quite frankly, this is probably the healthiest this team has been in a couple 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All your players were on the field. They were all able to play both sides of the ball when you needed it to, and that really hadn't been the case in the last 3 or 4 weeks.
No, not at all. Not at all. And the good piece is that they do have the locker room now. Does that mean everybody's going to show up chipper and ready to go?
No.
No, they still have life experiences that they're going through, and they affect the judgment of a young person. So those same habits will continue until they end up eventually growing out of them, or they see the light per se with a coach. But back to the ball, the tip ball that we missed, the fumble, all those things. Those are still points of emphasis that have really got to be hammered home. That's not the first tip ball that we've had that's turned into an interception. That's not the first fumble we had, but those are points of emphasis that can continue to be really hammered home, especially in this game right here. Mm-hmm. This is stuff that, as a coach, you've got some points that you're going to make that you're going to say, look, if we catch the ball, if we hold on to it, if we do this better, we can win games.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, those kids will accept that. They'll feel that. They'll go, Coach, you're right. You're right, man. I'm not going to let that happen again. And if it happens again out at practice, they're going to bring that up again. That's a big coaching point that they're going to make. So those kind of things are the things that need to be cut down now. We've seen that the team can execute.
Yep.
And they did a great job offensively. Defensively, they did a great job. You take away those 3 scores, we might be up 3 scores. So overall, I think the game was their best that they've played. I'm glad it's a district game as well.
Yep.
And I think the response of the kids throughout the game, even when things were bad, their response was positive. It was upbeat. They weren't dragging their head. They still walk off the field like they do, but you don't have them taking their helmet off before they get to the sideline. They're getting into what these coaches are preaching in that locker room, and that is great to see, because all that does, it creates more success. That's another successful thing that they can bring up. And one little step in that process, you're making progress in that process, is only going to be for the good. And those are the kind of things we need when we haven't won a district game up to this point.
Well, again, it's the kind of things, the steps you want to see. Now, next week's not going to be easy. I mean, you're playing the best team in the district. Heritage has rolled. They rolled over Crandall, who was unbeaten at the time, and so it's not going to be a game to get healthy on.
No.
But Ennis is gettable. You know what? I mean, they're struggling this year. You play like this, you got a chance.
Yes, you do.
And again, if we had played like this last week, even with the turnovers, we still win that game by multiple scores.
And if we play like this against Ennis doesn't have a defense that can control a team. And their offense can be controlled. And we've got the defense. If we're on a good night, we got the defense that can control an offense. So we've got big opportunities on down the road. But next week is huge. We travel to Midlothian. It's a nice field and all that stuff, but the atmosphere is not an atmosphere that's in embracing to us for sure. So it's going to be about our composure. That's going to be a big piece going into that game against Midlothian, because those guys are very confident. They feel good about themselves.
Yep.
And ever since Midlothian's grown, it's just a different kind of place now. So
no doubt.
The composure piece is going to be big for the Tigers.
All right, let me give you the final scores in the district. Midlothian Heritage, who we play next week, beats Poteet 49-0. Crandall beats Ennis 38-14. Terrell beats Greenville 56-7.
Wow.
And, of course, you know the score here. And then the only other district or area game that we did not know what the outcome would be is Mildred at Kearns. It is now 27-20, and that was with 52 seconds left to go in the game. Okay. So see what happens there. If Mildred can hang on, they stay undefeated. With that,
you got a World Series update before we go?
Let's see here. It was 2-1 while ago.
See, Davey Lopes made a play with Bill Russell.
Davey Lopes. All right. Man, you're reaching way back.
Oh, boy.
These kids don't even know who you're talking about.
But you in the TV land know.
It is now 2-2 in the top of the ninth. So 2-2. So
there you go, Reggie Smith with a home run.
Reggie Smith. All right.
And I win 1-0, Richie.
All right. Midlothian will now go to 5-0. Crandall will go to 4-1. Kaufman go to 4-1. Terrell will go to 3-2. Poteet will go to 2-3. Ennis will be 1-4. Greenville 1-4, and we will be 0-5. And so we need to get some wins here to catch up.
Yep.
So we don't end up on the bottom. But very encouraged. 5 district games, had the lead or been within a score in the second half in all 5.
God, and the chance to win last week.
Yes. Yeah,
An honest to goodness chance.
With a field goal with a minute left or whatever to take the lead. So,
Yes.
Yes. So it is there. The makings are there.
Yep.
The ingredients are coming together. The cake is starting to bubble. It needs a few more things to bring it up and to solidify it. So that's where we're at. So
Chef Rusty.
How about that?
Chef
I don't
Rusty
know what
right
I'm
there.
talking about because I don't cook that much.
Well, it sounded good. Sounded like we're
man.
making a cake.
I throw it on the grill and burn it or something, but I don't know about all that cake stuff. But anyway, we'll figure that out. But anyway, we'll be with you next week from Midlothian. They're an awesome place. It's a great place to broadcast from. It used to be when they let you be in the broadcast booth. But
Not anymore.
We'll be outside. It'll be a little cooler next week. It'll be nice weather, so it'll be all right. And we'll have that game from you. It's a great place to see a game because if you want to go see a road game, that's the one to go to. It's about a 6,000 seat stadium in a bowl, sunken. You're on the field. There's no track. So it's a great place to watch a game. So come out and watch these guys. And, man, they gave great effort today.
Yes.
They're not going to stop. So I'm really proud of the coaches and the kids and the way they responded. And, you know, better things are coming.
Yes, it is. Can't stop, won't stop.
There you go. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Again, Tigers go down, but a great one. Thanks to Chuck on the field, his assistant, John Higgs, as well as Finley and Avery Williams down there with him. Appreciate his insights as always. And Adam and Jonathan, next door, man, they're doing a great job. John Ingham over there, the professional,
Yes.
clicking the buttons and giving all the stuff on the stadium here, some good stuff here. And we appreciate you joining us here tonight, and we'll be back next week. So until that time, we wish you all a good night. God bless, and go Tigers.